What is shaking? Friday night happy hour, barbecue, whatever you want to call it. I am here with my good friend Bill Martin. It is. I was going to say thank you for coming by the way.
I'm stoked, and I am a good friend.
No. I know you're my good friend. What I was going to say was, I wanted to say it but it might be offensive to you. I was going to say it's Stupid Hat Day, but it's really my stupid hat day. I didn't want to say you have a stupid hat.
Dick.
Like that's why I didn't.
That's why.
Because yours isn't really a stupid.
No, that's just like. Well, no. I told you.
I mean, you look like you're ready to go get strawberries or something. I mean, like
I kind of do. If I had a
actually get them, on, yeah.
This is the new thing I do. I told you this a while back that as I got older, because I'm not a kid, I'm not as young as you, I freaking started to decorate myself, right? Like, wear a hat. I like cowboy hat. Like, I grew up in a place.
Is that a cowboy hat?
Not really.
It looks more like a farmer's hat.
It's kind of a. It's
like if you were like mulching my garden, I would expect you to wear that.
Okay. Let me
back Have you ever
up.
Mulched? You
All
probably
I'm saying
mulched,
is, as you get older, you decorate yourself. Next time you see me, I'll have turquoise.
Do I look like I decorate myself?
You are decorating yourself.
Yeah. Well, this is just stupidity.
You love that hat.
God, I wish I could tell you who gave me this. Really?
Is it a real helmet?
Yeah. This is what they wore like in the 30s.
Oh, Jesus.
How about ramming your head into something like that? I mean, if you hit somebody with that, your IQ will immediately go down 27 points.
Oh my God.
Because your head's toast.
That's kind of nice though. Is that an original or did somebody like make that?
I think it's an original. The guy that gave it to me, God, I wish I could remember his name.
This guy didn't play.
No, he didn't play in the 30s, but he played for the Vikings.
No, but he didn't play. His helmet is brand new helmet.
No, I don't know if it's brand new or not.
Well, there's just any scuffs on it or anything.
Well, no, but here's the thing. Back in the 30s, when they played with those helmets, they didn't lead with their heads.
Oh, that's right.
How many guys?
Yeah.
You'd have to be a real idiot to play in that and lower your head going through the line.
I'd expect a grass stain or two. This guy didn't start.
Maybe not.
I'm just saying it doesn't devalue
I don't know.
helmet.
I'm just telling you that
the helmet is still valuable.
The guy that gave it to me was the starting. We'll look up his name, but he was the starting center for the Vikings in like early 70s. Really cool.
Who was it? Mick?
Didn't you just listen to me? I said I forgot his name. I'm going to have to find it for me.
Sorry.
Nick? I don't know. It could be Nick.
Starting off bad. No, Mick Tinglehoff?
No, but that's
nice.
That's a pretty good pull, though.
Thanks, buddy.
That's a pretty good pull. I don't think so.
You thought it was too, huh?
It says 70 center, Mike.
Find another center. I think it was another. Maybe it was just a lineman.
Okay, can we just stop?
But I mean,
I crushed that.
You know what?
I crushed that for a guy who doesn't know shit about sports. Did you hear that?
I mean, you don't even know who's in domes, and you got
no. I did a move. Oh, you're so funny with his lips. So good. Yeah. I did a move where I learned who was playing in the NBA playoffs because I go, Tom's going to ask me. He's going to ask me about who's playing and how's it going and stuff. Do you remember that?
I wasn't going to ask you.
Do you remember during COVID?
By the way, we have a montage of.
I know. I got
everybody just getting mauled by Lou.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah.
Did Steve Kerr get mauled by Lou?
No, everybody got mauled.
Steve Young.
We went over to Steve's house.
Oh, you did go to Steve's house.
Come here, he got mauled. Marcus Thompson got mauled. Marcus Thompson was just happy because Marcus Thompson said, "Oh, she likes black people." Okay. And I go, "Of course she does. She's 80% black. Of course she likes black people. She's good in the hood." So yeah, everybody that comes does not escape Lou.
What do I do with the?
You do this, and these are the worst toys. Because you can't throw them.
No, there's no move.
They're hard to throw. And what she does is she just grabs them and just shakes them around. So if you happen to be like in range, she'll knock a tooth out.
Oh, she shakes her head. Yeah,
she just rips it through with her neck and just bites it. And yeah, I mean, hey, we're doing a show here.
Okay.
Doing a show.
That dovetails nicely into where I was going. COVID, Mayor of Vallejo, all broadcasting from home.
I don't remember you going there.
No, I was going to go there.
Where you went?
I just remember when the dog was kissing my lips and stuff. I was thinking about throwing it. And then this is what the mayor did. He lost his job. His cat was in his bed. He was in his kitchen doing a live broadcast. COVID, cat scratches him, tosses the cat.
Oh.
Google that. Oh. Loses his job.
I didn't see it. I heard.
Yeah, I saw. He tossed the cat, man.
Did he really?
Yeah. Do you see it?
You can't.
It's awesome, man. I mean, it's not
What
awesome.
do you mean that's awesome?
No,
It's
but I
not
mean, it's
awesome.
awesome.
What do you mean?
Well,
it's awesome.
The cat's fine. The cat's fine. He didn't throw it against the
You
wall.
can throw a cat off the roof. Cats can be
That's
fine.
what I'm thinking.
Cats are just like
It was more. It was more theater.
Yeah.
It was more theater. And true story. My cat Molly, when we were broadcasting,
she
bit
was
me.
with you all the time.
She did, but she bit me one time, and I remember I just kind of want to swear. And I go, nope, don't lose your job.
Yeah.
Lily brought blood to my hand live on whatever we were doing. Yeah.
Now it's funny because that kind of leads me into something else. It's funny the way we just kind of lead each other into.
Do we? That's what we've been doing for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, you have an agenda.
Because I was going to get.
You'll try to talk about sports, and except for Mick Tingelhoff.
No. I only tried.
75.
Oh, it was 75? God
Really?
damn it.
70 to 75.
Try 68.
I crushed it. Yeah.
Try 77, 78. I'm pretty
Oh
sure
my
it was
God.
Mick Tingelhoff.
This is fucking huge.
Dude, you're going to live off this forever, aren't you?
This is
You're going to be
awesome.
telling your buddies this.
Oh my
I
God.
was on the show and I dropped a Mick Tingelhoff. How'd you even get that?
I don't know.
I don't know if I'd have got that.
I don't know. You didn't. You didn't get it. I actually had to get it.
I didn't get it because that's not him.
Oh, it is him.
But it was
Center for the Vikings, 1970.
Dennis Swelly?
yes, Dennis. That's who it was.
Bullshit.
Dennis. No, it was.
Don't do that. Don't take away. Don't take my glory.
What your glory is in knowing
Mick
football
Tingelhoff.
player in the 70s on the Vikings.
Thank
That's your glory.
you. Yeah.
You don't need any.
Not
more
knowing
than that.
who's in the NBA finals.
Yeah, that's not.
But
glory.
knowing Mick Tingelhoff.
Yes, that may be the most stunning thing I'm going to hear while I do this show. From now, it's the most incredible thing I've heard since I've started the show, and I think it's going to be the most incredible thing I've ever heard once I stop doing the show. I don't think anybody's ever going to pull.
Thank you.
Something like Mick Tingelhoff.
Steve, could Steve Young do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people that know sports know Mick Tingelhoff. Like I knew it when you said it. I was like, hey, wait, but that wasn't him as Dennis.
Right. And
but no, that's amazing. That's like me pulling out a fucking.
it's the first time he's ever been nice to me.
That's
he's complimenting me.
That's about.
I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That's
Hold
like
on.
me pulling out
Hold on a second, Tommy.
A 1978 weatherman from Topeka, Kansas.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, you remember Bill Bluey?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was incredible. Yeah, the way he fucking did the high pressure and the low pressure, he was awesome. I mean, and you go, shit, I worked with him.
That was awesome.
I'd be like me doing that.
That was awesome. Yeah, no, I get it. No, I
never
respect that. I respect that. I brought up Steve Young 3 times since we started this show. Do you know why?
Why?
Because when you had him on one time, or it was I was here at KMBR, somebody goes, oh, I really like you on KMBR, Bill. And KMBR was big for me just because it was a whole different group of people. And it was
used
awesome.
to be big for me.
It was big for all of us. But everybody goes, but the best guest is Steve Young. And so there was some chat board or something that somebody texted me, and it was like, everybody's going, yeah, Steve Young's way better than Bill. And so I listened to a few of Steve's podcasts, and okay, all right, not Mick Tingelhoff, but I'm like, so I'm always thinking whenever I come on, I go, because apparently Steve crushes constantly.
Yeah, Steve's good.
He's an awesome athlete. I'm impressed. I'm a big fan actually, but I'm just
Steve's great.
Overwhelmed by his popularity.
You guys were both great.
Thank you.
But in different genres.
Yeah.
Like where somebody was heavy metal, the other guy could have been like soul or whatever. Like
interesting.
You're both very good at what you did. You just didn't do the same things.
Yeah. Yeah. So comparing it.
Yeah.
That's
you
not
don't need
good.
to compare. It's not apples to apples.
Okay.
So what I was going to say though, when you talk about the mayor throwing his cat.
Yeah.
Which is just a natural reaction.
Google that, by
right?
the way, just so you see it.
You get bit. It's a natural reaction. I'll tell you a story.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I didn't throw Boobkey here. I didn't throw her.
She didn't bite you. She licked you.
In the lips. Yeah, on the lips.
It's Lulu.
Oh, okay, Lulu.
She told me before you came over. She goes, "Is Bill a lip kind of guy?" I go, "I think he is."
She's on, dude. I think he
is.
I've tongue with her like a couple times since we've been here.
I think he is. But that's a natural reaction. You said when Molly bit you, you had to stop yourself because a natural reaction. You get hit. It's like, god damn.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Let me tell you what my dad did to me one time. And I used to get spankings every so often, probably more than every so often. I wasn't always like doing the thing I should have been doing.
Too.
No, I know.
You can't do that.
But what I'm going to say is, so I walked up to my dad one day, and I don't know what I was, 3. Maybe my mom tells me this story. I vaguely kind of maybe snapshots in my head remember it, but I don't remember it like a movie. So I walked up to him and I was wearing these little cowboy boots.
How old are you?
3.
Ooh.
Really? So 3. So I walked up to him and just out of nowhere, I just took my boots and kicked him in the shins with the point of the boots. I don't know why I did it. And my dad just backhanded me. I flew through the air for 2 feet, hit the wall, and slid down like one of those type deals. And you do that now, it's like, oh my God, Child Protective Services are coming.
Oh yeah.
But you get kicked in the shins with cowboy boots. Yeah, you're gonna. I mean, that's not a normal thing.
Did he ever soften after that?
After the cowboy boots?
Yeah, well, like, did he go, oh, or did he just continue to be a badass dad all the way through?
No, he was no. I think because I got spanked when I was 14.
What'd you do?
I was 14. I don't know, something stupid. And I did even something more stupid.
Yeah.
Because it was like 14 years old. I'm over the bed like this.
When you're like 6'5".
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm not putting up with this shit anymore.
Yeah.
So he like hit me, and then I went to like fight. Bad move. Real bad move. My dad's pretty strong, and he was just like, and then finally after like the first 2, like he's holding me, and like I could tell they're like getting exponentially harder.
Yeah.
And I go, I just got to give up. I just got to give in and just wear these and just
act like it hurts.
Just let it go. And my dad said, don't you ever fucking fight again.
Yeah.
And that was the last time though. That was the last time he spanked me. But I was like, he took me out one time. I was messing around with him boxing, and we used to watch boxing together, and I love boxing. I was like, come on, I could take you. You know, I'm doing the jab. We had boxing gloves. We bought boxing gloves. Why? I don't know. But we bought boxing gloves. And I just kept messing with him, like
awesome.
punching him in the arm, messing around with him. He goes, no. Get out of here. No. So finally he goes, okay. He goes, let's go. So we go in the porch, back porch, puts on the gloves. And he kind of gets in the position and stuff. You know, I'm just doing the whole like Sugar Ray thing, like the pop.
Yeah,
pop,
dancing.
And he's doing one of these deals. And he tried to hit me with a left hook. That if it would have hit me, it would have dislocated my head from my shoulders. Like it was that hard. He was not playing around.
So
I just barely got out of the way of it, and I immediately took my gloves off. I just said, "No." I go, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, you wanted to box. You want to box? Let's box." And I go, "I don't want to."
He knew how to box.
A little bit.
And you probably heard the glove go by your ear.
I heard it whiz.
When you hear it, yeah.
And I was
that's
like,
messed up.
I think the first thing I thought about saying was, "Mom."
Yeah, yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
But no, my dad didn't. He came from the, corporal punishment was the way to go, and it was even worse back when he was growing up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure even worse.
Yeah.
So it's obviously gotten better. Now I still think there's a place for spankings. I'm not opposed to somebody spanking somebody. I don't look at them and go, "Oh, you're horrible."
Right.
You're a horrible parent. Because while we like to debate and while we like to compromise, sometimes you got to just put your fucking foot down and say, look, this is the way it goes.
Yeah.
And this is the punishment you're going to have to pay.
Yeah.
And trust me, when people look at it and go, I don't know, those people, I turned out fine. I know a lot of people that got spankings turned out fine. And guess what? No matter what people say, it was a deterrent. Yeah. It was definitely a deterrent.
I'm always funny about that, especially that generation, those post World War II, or my dad was a World War II vet.
Yep.
Those guys, listen, man, they lost friends. Like
yep.
they knew what it meant if you didn't do what you were supposed to do. They wanted to make sure you knew not to do that because they just had gone through hell.
Yeah.
And so I understand it, and I get a little pissed when people look back at their parents and go, "Oh, they were really." It's a filter of time, man. It's just what was going on in World War II, lost a bunch of buddies, and these kids come back from Vietnam. Yeah. They've been raised by Marine sergeants. So it's super understandable. And it's understandable why it's gone this way now, because there's not a lot of, it's not that hard to be a man right now in terms of just, we don't have to go off to war and stuff. So we can be softer. But back then you couldn't be.
Yeah, no, it upsets me. And I was going to get into I was going to ask you so you can start thinking about some of your pet peeves. But one of my pet peeves is a lot of the younger generation expects the older generation to have the sensibilities they have now 40 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, it wasn't like that
not
then. I
happening.
mean, you can't
Yeah.
judge somebody. Like, how are we supposed to know 40 years from now what society was going to be like and what's going on?
Yeah.
Like we judge people back in the 1700s. Oh, how could you do that? It's like the 1700s.
Yeah.
That's what you did. Doesn't make it right, but that's
Right.
what you did. And it just because it's going to be different. And I tell my kids this, and anybody that says, "Oh, you're just on the porch, old man on the porch."
Yeah.
I go, guess what? You're going to have your turn.
Yeah.
I was on the lawn. I was on the lawn at one time.
Yeah.
I was on the sidewalk at one time. I go, that's how life works. You're going to keep moving, and eventually you're going to be on the porch, and you're going to turn around, and you're going to yell at the people that are younger than you and go, "You're a fucking moron. What are you talking?" And then they'll get their turn to turn around.
Yeah.
I go, it's life.
And it's
just
evolution
life.
because you do get it. Things get more civilized or more. I think generally things are get better. Communicate. I mean, like literally, my son over there. His generation. He's 26 or 7.
Yeah, he's about the same
5.
age. 25. He's about the same age as
That's close.
Walker.
But they tell each other they love each other.
Yeah.
They do. It's really sweet. And I'm like,
My dad always told me, believe it or not,
no.
my dad always told me he loved me. And before he went to bed every night. That's something I still do. I tell everybody I love him
that's
before I go to
awesome.
bed. Yeah, no, he always
But did
told
you
me-
tell your friends you love them?
No.
No. And this generation and these guys too, these same thing. They're very touchy-feely, kind of sweet guys, that's a good evolution. We're just dinosaurs, kind of.
Oh, yeah, we definitely are.
But it's fun to see these guys. Like I have some young friends now that I hang out with a little bit, and they're all, kind of touchy-feely. Well, how you feeling today, Bill? I was wondering if, after retirement, is it hard? I'm like, shut up, drink another beer. What are you talking about hard?
Yeah.
But it's kind of a nice thing. So yeah.
Well, look, back when I was younger, right? You never tell your buddies you love you.
No.
Like I never did. You know what they'd say?
No.
Are you gay?
No.
And that's what they'd say back then.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't say it now. I mean, you're not supposed to. You're still gonna laugh occasionally. Lighten up, everybody.
Okay.
But you back then, it'd just be like a normal thing to say, and then you kind of learned. I think we all learned over time. Okay, some things are hurtful to people, so maybe I won't say that loud.
Yeah.
I would just say it. No, but I mean, everybody evolves. At least you hope everybody evolves. But it's still, again, when you grew up the way we grew up, it's just. I think people have to understand that, like, there are certain things we're going to look at differently.
Yeah.
Than the generation that comes before us, and then 20 or 30 years that are younger than us. And, and I always try to tell them, like, you're going to have to do it too. Because in 50 years, you're going to be looking and going, what are these people? Like I always go, I say, kids are soft nowadays, just soft. My dad would have looked at me and goes, are you kidding me? Like, you realize, because he grew up on a farm, right? He had to work.
Yeah.
I was super soft.
Yeah.
Like, I was so soft back then and I'm sure my dad,
but to your kids,
he was soft to my grandpa. Like, oh, you're complaining about this. You should like when it's evolution.
Yeah.
It's just,
and back then,
the way it is.
The agrarian days, those guys died when they were like 15.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus. I mean, it's funny though, but it is like, so Bill's he's like one of these, he's a really sweet, nice guy. I used to take him surfing, and the surfing world is very territorial and very aggressive, especially about 15 years ago. And you paddled.
It's even gotten softer, hasn't it?
It's so soft.
Yeah.
But God damn it, that's a word. But one day I was surfing with him we were at San Onofre or somewhere like San Onofre, and the waves were good. I finally got him in a good wave, and he can surf. And I go, you got to go, and he doesn't go. And I'm like, and it's a full 8 foot, just a lump, and remember that wave?
Yeah.
And he doesn't go. And I go, what the fuck, Bill? I drove my ass all. And I wasn't being a dick, but I'm like, you're not going to see a wave. And you didn't see a wave like that again for years. And I go, you go on this wave, you'll be safe. Nothing bad's going to happen. I promise. He didn't go. And I go, dude, seriously? And he goes, Dad, you're a dick. And the longer I sit in the water, the more I realize you're the biggest dick in the water. And I looked at him and I go, you remember this? I go, I love you. Because I had to diffuse him because he was going off on me. So I just paddle right to him and I go, I love you, man. And he goes, Dick, he's all mad. And he goes, you're a dick. You're just mean to everybody. And I love you. I love you. And I sort of weirdly, I was diffusing it because he was kicking my ass verbally and emotionally. But he was, because he kind of turned it around on me. And I'm like, okay. But then I really, as I said it, like I must have said it 10 times. I actually started to realize, yeah, I do love him, because I just learned something.
Yeah.
I just learned that what worked in 1978 isn't working today.
Yeah.
And the only person who's going to got the balls to tell his dad the truth is you or him or somebody else. So it's that same thing. It's that continuum, and it's that evolution.
That wave still bothers you though, doesn't it?
That what?
That wave still bothers you, doesn't
It
it?
was a good wave. It's a good goddamn. Remember
How
that
long
wave?
ago?
Does it bother you?
How long ago was it?
I think we crossed some good boundaries.
It was such a good wave. I'm like, and I didn't go. I could have gone. We were lined up the same spot. I go, no, you go. You take this. It's going to be the wave of your life, and you will forever remember this wave. Forever.
Yeah.
Half-ass paddle.
I feel like
Goes out the back.
I feel like I'm kind of dragging you back into this. You're like, oh, you son of a bitch! You should have got that way.
I'm kind of pissed.
But
Yeah. I'm getting pissed.
So Phil's working himself up into a lather. But I can relate it to sports. Back in, and this was before I ever started playing. This was like 50s and 60s, where you didn't get water until you achieved something. Like water was a reward.
Water break?
Yeah.
No way.
Like if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're not getting water.
Yeah.
And finally, somebody like they figured it out. Like, we got people dying out there because they're dehydrated. Maybe we should give them water.
Water was for pussies.
Maybe, yeah, exactly. Water's for pussies. Don't be a pussy. And you're just like, you're dehydrated and you're cramping. And it's like, no, you got to finish this next 100-yard dash first. You got to do this. It's like,
but remember, World War II, Vietnam vets.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm just helping your.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I'm working.
You're furthering.
I'm working.
You're furthering it.
Sometimes we do this.
You're pushing. You're pushing it ahead. Is what you're doing. But and then it took a while, because when we drank water obviously when I was in college and pros and stuff.
Well, basketball especially.
You didn't have to ask. You just went and got water, because it's like, okay, you need water, go get water. But before, you had to ask to get water. And I feel like now, and here's where it gets a little tricky, because you like, okay, and I'm just using water as an example. Like, you need water, need water, go get water. Now you get guys who are like, oh, I'll just keep taking more water breaks, and this will be sweet whenever I'm tired. Like, they won't push themselves through it, because it's like, I could always say I need water. I'll just go over here and get some water. So you're trying to balance that. You're like, look, I know you need this. I'm not going to use it as a reward,
right?
Or I'm not going to punish you by not giving you water, because that's dangerous and stupid. But I also need to know that you're not going to take advantage of the water breaks by saying, I need water. When
slippery slope.
Yeah, when you don't need water,
Slippery
and you're tired because you don't want to push yourself through the next deep six or the next suicide or whatever it is. So it's an interesting thing. But yeah, I mean, I just think through sports, you look at society through the lens of sports, and sports has changed so much. I had a guy, Bill Mulligan, when I was playing for UC Irvine. He was a little 5, probably 7, fiery Irishman. I mean, every other word out of his mouth was a curse word, which compared to Lute didn't curse at all. So I had both ends of this spectrum. But I think this was more like coaching back in the probably 60s, 70s, where, guys were up your ass and just cursing at you and grabbing your arm, grabbing this. And then the whole Bobby Knight thing happened. And it's like, that's not the way to coach. You're not getting the most out of your players. But he called me one time, and I almost had to laugh because I did something wrong or whatever. And he was always on me. I'd never heard it before in my life. He goes, Tolbert, you're a cancerous cunt. And I just
visualized the whole thing.
I just started like, I was like, I kind of, because I thought, I go, what? I'm like, what? Who? I've never heard that before. Are you kidding me? So, but I had to stifle laughter, because I'd have laughed. Then it would have been fucking total. I would have been running for a month. I would have never stopped running. But, that's the kind of language he used.
Yeah.
And today, there's no way that flies, nor should it, obviously.
Well, I'm a little nervous right now.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah, because the C word, dude. I know.
Look, I'm just reporting the news, Bill.
We went through this
just
last
reporting
time.
the news. I'm not. That's not me saying it. That's me saying it as my
You kind of
former
smiled
coach,
when you said it,
Bill
though.
Mulligan. Like I almost smiled when he said it. See?
Okay. All right.
I hope you realize it. You can't tell a person what's funny or not. Either you laugh or you don't laugh at something.
Yeah, right.
I laugh at some of the worst shit imaginable. And I'm just like, well, that's not my fault. You shouldn't have said it. You're the one that made me laugh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said it, and I wish you would have got to keep her left arm, but you got her right. So, shit like that, then maybe not that bad. But, like there were so many coaches out there that's the way they coached, by fear, right? By fear. And that's just what everybody did. And now it's more, not necessarily you're collaborating with your team.
Yeah.
Because you still got to have, it should be an autonomous operation. Like the coach should be the man. He should be the leader. He should be the one that has final say. It seems like there's a lot more debating going on between coaches and players. Like, okay, what should we do this? And I like that. I like the collaboration. But at what point does the players just say, well, we're just going to do what we want to do?
Steve walks the line. Like
Steve walks the line.
I watch him. I actually think
he does.
He's the antithesis. He does exactly the right thing.
Yes.
It seems like he does.
Well, he's a great leader.
Because he's tough. Yeah. He's tough. I've seen him get pissed, and it's like, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you got a cast of characters like he has. Not characters, but incredible athletes and personalities. And he's amazing what he's. And I'm not a basketball guy either, but I'm just like, holy crap! It's clear that he's changed that. He's sort of old school too.
Yeah.
He's got some old school. I saw him dress somebody down once, and I was like, holy smokes! Yeah. That's like 1982.
Oh yeah. Something. When I played with him in Arizona, he was always fiery.
Really?
Yeah, he was as hard on himself as he was on everybody else. Like when he had a bad game, which wasn't very often, but when he had one, it's almost like he couldn't forgive himself. It's like, bro, the game's over. Let it go.
Yeah.
And he's just one of those guys.
But he was raised by those,
so much to him.
He was raised by those guys we were just talking about. And that, he learned, he evolved and learned how to become a better coach, but he also came from that fire. Yeah. And that's what I think. And like my son, I keep bringing up Bill because he's here, he's visiting, but he came from the fires, which are me and my family. But he's a really nice guy because of evolution and the filter of time. And
you're a nice guy.
Yeah. I'd be a hard dad. I'm a hard dad.
Okay, so you said you're okay.
You said I'm okay.
You said you're okay.
I was a hard dad.
That's a good compliment.
I was a hard dad because he's like an artist and he still is.
Oh, nice.
A skateboarder, surfer.
Okay.
But I was like, I need you to play football. I need to play baseball. I need to know the language of dudes because this is how in my world. That's every success I've had in life. It's because I played Pop Warner football and high school football and ran track and played baseball, and he did. But it was against his basic, he was just like the dude. He's the same guy he is now, but he played and he learned these skills and then took it to the surfing world and boom, it matches. Now, if I hadn't done that, I don't think he'd be near as successful. I'm just honest with you. I don't think he would because he has the ability to talk to world-class athletes, not be scared of people, and also be sweet and thoughtful and kind. And I just think that like Steve Kerr and you and me and all this old timers, I think it took that fire we came from to be able to get where we are and then pass the torch forward a little bit. That makes sense?
No, it makes absolute sense. I think it's tough sometimes because this is one of my pet peeves is when parents put their kids in sports that have no interest in being there. Yeah. Because when I coach, I'm like, I'm not a fucking babysitter.
Right.
If your kid's going to at least give an effort, try, pay attention, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But if he's out picking fucking daisies in right field and doesn't pay attention to what I have to say, I'm not here for 2 hours of babysitting. Yeah. I got other kids on the team that want to learn and want to figure out how to play this game. And to me, I think it should be mandatory for kids to do something team related growing up, whether it's sports or whatever it is. Yeah. Because it teaches you how to work with people. It teaches you how to deal with failure as a team, success as a team. It teaches you how to pull for other people on the team that's not necessarily related to you. I just think when you grow up and you play a lot of team sports, it teaches you so many more skills that translate outside of sports. Like you didn't even have to ever play sports again, but if you play for 3 or 4 years and you kind of understand that dynamic, it gives you such a leg up on people that don't understand
every success,
because it's all about them. It's all about them, and as part of the team, you realize it's not all about me.
no,
it's about what's best for the team.
Well, and you were a world-class athlete. I wasn't, and so I had to fight, and Bill wasn't either. And we had to fight to stay on that team, and the character that takes, because you were good and you were getting the love. When you're me and you're not getting the love and you're still taking hits and still playing.
I wasn't getting the love when I was called a cancerous. That wasn't love. That wasn't even tough love.
I just saying that's
abusive.
I think it's I think that's.
And I learned how to deal with that stuff.
Yeah.
When I was playing for the Warriors, Nelly, the first year, called me "God damn it, Tolbert" so much. Like when I do something, I go, "God damn it, Tolbert." I asked him one time. I go, "Hey, when I get my check, can you just make it out to "God damn it, Tolbert"?" I go, "I'm changing my name." And it was funny because he'd laugh and we just move on. There's never any grudges held.
Was he a tough guy?
He could be, depending on if we won or lost and what side of the bed he woke up on. But
really?
I love playing for him.
Really?
I love playing. Yeah, he was a great basketball coach. But yeah, he could definitely be tough. I'll give you a quick story. We were, I've told this story many times. I don't know if I've ever told you. There's a guy that they signed. I don't know if it was a 10-day or not, but his name was John Shasky. And he, University of Minnesota, big guy, hung around the league a little bit. And I don't know if we had injuries or not, but Nelly, signed him, brought him on the team, and didn't play much. We're in Seattle one night playing the Supersonics. The Olden Polonese kind of knocks the crap out of Mitch Richmond. Mitch Richmond's one of our best players. Mitch, Chris Mullen, Timmy Hardaway, like those guys. You mess with those guys and you got to get the horns, at least a little bit. So Nelly told him, he said, "I want you to go in there and knock the shit out of Olden Polonese." And I told him, I'll do it. He goes, "No, I'm going to let Shasky do this one." So Shasky goes in there, and he didn't really have much of a shot. Like, you can't just go up and cold cock somebody, right? The ball's over there, and you just go ahead and drill somebody over. It's got to be legit. Like, go up for a rebound, club him, or go up for a shot, or he's trying to set a screen, knock the shit out of him, something like that. So he never really had a shot to do it. And Nelly was pissed anyway, because I think we had our hats handed to us that game. So there's this long corridor that leads from the court to the locker room. I think key might have been under construction at the time. So anyway, we're walking down this long corridor because I think Nelly might have got kicked out of the game in the fourth quarter. So walk, and I go in the locker, and so and so, and then Shasky comes in, and Nelly's standing right there, like literally like 4 feet behind the door.
He's
like
a
just
big
standing,
dude.
waiting. He's 6'6".
Yeah.
At the time, probably 280, 290.
Yeah.
And he looked at Shasky and he goes, "Did I ask you to do something?" And he said, "Yeah." He goes, "Did you do it?" And he goes, "No." And he goes, "The last fucking time I'll ever ask you."
Oh shit.
So go to the next day. We have practice. And we have this thing called 3-on-2, 2-on-1. So it's 3 players going against 2. So you're trying to score on an odd man break. And then whoever gets the rebound, 2 guys come against 1. So if you shoot the shot, you get back on defense, and the other 2 guys are coming at you. He made Shasky play defense the whole time, like the entire drill. And it was tiring. And he probably played it for 20 minutes, straight defense. So I think that might have been the last drill of the practice. So we bring it all in, and Nelly says, "Okay, we got I think it was an afternoon practice, I think." He goes, "All right, flight tomorrow, 4:30. We're going to Phoenix." He goes, "Make sure you're there at 4, blah, blah, blah." And he goes, "Oh, yeah." He goes, "Go say goodbye to Shasky. I just cut his ass." I look over. He's sitting on the bench, just like with his head down, cutting his tape off. And I'm like, so could he be an ass? Yeah, absolutely he could be an ass. Because I was like, God damn, that's cold. I mean, you keep him for practice, you make him stay on defense the entire time, and then you cut him.
That's
right
tough.
Before the team gets together.
That's tough.
So we're looking over going, man, that
worked.
That was rough.
That worked on you guys.
That was rough. But it was he was tough. But I liked him. I liked playing for guys that were tough. Lou was tough. He didn't now he didn't curse. He always said, "Gall darn it, Tolbert. Gall darn it, Tom Tolbert." Or my favorite, Judas Priest.
Yeah.
He go, "Judas Priest, Tom Tolbert." And I go, "Good rock band." I didn't say it to him because there's not a chance I'd say it to Lou. But yeah, that was his, like, So look, that's who I was. That's my personality. So I got yelled at a lot, and I just got used to it.
Yeah.
So I always felt like it's better them yelling at me than them not talking to me. Because at least
if they don't
they're
like
trying
you,
to get
not
something
liking
out
you
of
is
me.
like liking you, kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
They're trying to get something out of me. So I talked about I got spanked as a kid. What were your punishments when you did something?
My
what
dad,
were your
my dad was
punishments?
a dick. I mean, he was awesome. I mean, he was an awesome dude. But
So you and him had something in common then.
oh, yeah,
Their sons thought they were
yeah.
dicks.
Yeah, I was only dick. Yeah. No, he was just a dude. He was freaking World War II veterinarian, second veterinary class, second vet class out of Davis.
Oh wow.
So they get out of World War II. They go, hey, you guys want to be veterinarians? Okay, that's how easy it was.
Yeah.
These guys all go up there. He was in San Francisco, little high school kid. They went to Davis, became a veterinarian. Didn't care about money, so went to the hills out above Paradise and was a hunter fisherman. He's kind of a cowboy, but just a dick. Like didn't go to my football games, stuff like that, because he was really like, well, because he was.
I mean, were you worth seeing?
Yes, yes, I was, Tom.
Okay.
He was an academic, and his dad was a teacher. Sports? Yeah, and they kind of had this thing, which I completely.
That still sucks not going to your kid's game.
Yeah.
Oh, it
sucks. It was bad. It was bad for him. But he, again, World War II, he lost a lot of friends. Just to him, it was like the kid's fed. He's got, he's safe. Yeah. He's got clothes. We feed him every night. Yeah. He's fine. Because again, he and I actually, he's 98 now. He's still alive.
Wow.
We get along pretty good now.
Awesome.
He's in a wheelchair and I go park him out at the pier and we watch birds and stuff.
That's so cool.
I mean, I shouldn't say he was a dick, but he is a dick. Like I wouldn't be friends with him. I wouldn't be friends with him. I wouldn't be friends with him like like in the real world, but because he's my dad, it's like, well, you got to be. We weren't really friends, but I had a extreme love for him because he was so into nature.
Yeah,
that's how I became a meteorologist. He was all about if you want to be it. Don't. He never wanted me to be a stockbroker. Or never wanted me to go for money. So I was able to be a meteorologist and do the things because he didn't try to steer me, direct me, or slow me down. And that to me, that's good parenting.
Yeah.
And I have this discussion with a bunch of friends of mine, like one of my buddy's dad's father-in-laws built Squaw Valley, not Cushing, but Burkhart. And the guy died. And Bill's like, yeah, he's kind of a tough dad and blah, blah, blah. And I go, yeah, but you got to understand, this was an old German, built the ski resort. Through the filter of that era, a great man was one who fed his family, made sure they were safe, right? And they were loved.
They're provider.
Yep. And but like my father, they did a lot for other people. Like my dad did a lot of stuff for other people.
My dad did
and
too.
People come to me and go, your dad, because people, because of my job, would see me from Paradise and they go, do you know what your dad did for me? Do you know what your dad, he gave me this. I didn't have any money to pay for my dog's surgery. And so the dick to me was awesome to everybody else. And that's kind of a great man because I was safe. I mean, they just didn't have that same thing where we have to go, I love you. So that's, that they didn't have that same requirement. Now we have to be everything. We have to be good husbands, good dads, good coaches, good athletes, good everything. And back then they just had to make money and keep everybody safe. Yeah.
Get a roof over your head.
That makes sense. Did I just
no? Because I think I think that's another thing that's evolved over time. Is that back then, dad was dad. Period.
Dad, you're gonna talk to dad after dinner.
Dad's not your buddy.
No.
Dad's not your buddy.
No.
You're not. Hey, let's go hang out and have some beers, Dad. It's like no. You're gonna do that. Go with your buddies.
Yes.
Like I'm not your buddy.
Yeah.
I'm your fucking dad. And I'm gonna lay down the law and I'm gonna do what I have to do to make sure you're ready for the next chapter in your life,
so that you don't get sideswiped in Vietnam or get sideswiped in Korea or whatever they were thinking. Because they go, if you're not gaming and you have to go to war, because that's how in my world I was 2-3 years from going to Vietnam. Right, I'm old enough, and it's like they go, you kind of had to be kind of tough kid, and we all were raised. All my friends were raised the same way, and now the requirements are different. But
no, they're totally different. Like I said, my dad and I mean, he always said, I love you and everything. And I think that was like, he was kind of way ahead of his time in that regard, but he was still like, you know what, we're not, it's like Lute. I'll give you an example and an analogy. I love Lute. was one of my favorite coaches of all time. You didn't just walk into Lute's office, plop down on the couch, and go, "What's up, Lute?
Yeah.
What's up, Coach?"
Right.
It's like, why are you in here? Why are you in here?
Yeah.
You have a reason? Well, then beat it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hang out and just chit chat with you. I'm the coach.
Yeah.
And there's a line there.
Yeah.
That line has been blurred quite a bit over the past probably 40 years or so between like parents and kids. Like, I understand, like, you want to be at least, I'm not saying friends, but you can be friends with your kids.
Yeah.
Although there's still part of me that's like,
but you were willing not to be. Because I was willing to not be friends with him.
Well, because sometimes you have to.
Because I wanted to make sure he was
and it sucks.
ready to go. Yeah,
but you have to. I'd rather be that than the dad that's always like, kids are 20 years old and goes, "Hey, I'll get you guys into the bar. Let's go have some beers on a Friday night. Let's go chill." Bro, don't you have your own friends?
Yeah.
Like, go hang out and play poker with your buddies.
Yeah.
I don't. Because to me, then it's like, okay, who's leading you? Who's teaching you?
Yeah.
Who's showing you all that? And some parents don't have, to me anyway, don't have the spine because it hurts them too much to discipline their kids and like, oh, I don't want to do that. Maybe they won't love me, or maybe they won't come back home, or maybe they'll write a book about me, or do some kind of. It's like, can you think my dad ever worried about that? He's like, I don't give a shit. My dad told me one time, he goes, "Look, I don't care how big you get. You come home and you think you run this place. I got a 2x4." He goes, "I'll just get a big. I'll get a bigger piece of wood."
Meant it. He meant it.
He absolutely meant it.
And you never did.
And I respected it.
Yeah.
Absolutely respected it. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. His dad probably told him he had a gun. Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me if Grandpa just said, "Don't come back. You come back with that attitude." I mean, obviously, I'm not saying all these are right or wrong. I'm just saying it's a different thing.
It's what happened.
But I do feel like that's part of, and that generation got it. Part of it isn't just providing, it's showing my kids how to, like, once they leave the coop, how to survive in this world, right? It's like a mother cheetah or a bear or whatever. Like, you raise your kids to whatever age, and then like, I was watching a show on leopards a few months ago. It was like month and a half, something like that. They stayed, and then the mom's like, "Fucking beat it.
Yeah,
get out of here. You're on your own now. I taught you everything you need to know. See ya. Yeah, I need to go get laid again. It's been like a year and a half. Yeah, and I saw a hot snow leopard down there. I'm gonna get some of that. I'm gonna go down there and see if he's interested." But they're not letting the kids hang out for 2 more. No, kids are like, "Wait, I'm not ready." "Oh, you're ready." And the mom just takes off and leaves them. Like, "See ya. Yeah, you're out." Now, I'm not saying that parents should do that. Like, your kids leave for a night and you move and they come back and you're gone. Like, whoa, where'd they go? Sorry, you're on your own now, pal.
Well, it is
good luck.
It's a survival thing. It's Darwinism. It's it's evolution. It's everything. And again, it goes back all the way back to, don't judge people who came before you, especially men and even in women. Yeah. Because we had a different set of parameters, a different set of
different rules,
metrics that were weighing on us.
The etiquettes were all different. Everything was different.
I think it'd be hard to raise kids right now. I think with I know I sound old, but with the internet and iPhones and stuff, it's got to be rough, to raise a kid. Like Bill and his group just got the iPhones, so we had it a couple years in high school. But the kids that are growing up with it now, these young kids, it must be that's a rough one. I don't know how you'd do it. Because you couldn't be tough on them because they'd swat you or something, right? I mean,
that may be my proudest achievement as a parent. And maybe Lori's too, but I'll just speak for me. But my proudest achievement as a parent is none of my kids have Facebook.
Really?
None.
Wow.
None. I think they're on Instagram, although Haley is the only one that really kind of checks it, but she doesn't really check it or go on it much. And not that there's anything inherently wrong with it, but I do think social media sucks up way too much of kids' times. Like adults, whatever. They can do what they want, they can handle it. But when you're like a kid and you get your face in your phone, you're on, like, I can't wait to check Facebook. I can't wait to see who likes my post. Oh, they didn't like me. Okay, I hate myself. Like, your self-worth is wrapped up.
Especially being young.
And all your responses you get from fucking Dunderhead and Livermore. Like, who gives a shit about that person? Like,
I know that guy.
You care about
I know that guy.
Yeah, he's a dick. I mean, who cares what they think?
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody gets wrapped up in that. They don't have Facebook. They don't have Twitter. They have Instagram. They're not much. They're not on it a whole lot. And I'm like, during that era to keep them off of that stuff.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Because it's not easy. I go, that's a crowning achievement.
Okay, I don't want to interrupt your little stream of consciousness shit.
That's all the whole show
no, that was
is
some
stream of
shit. Well, I know.
consciousness.
Well, but
I came down here with nothing, and this is what we got so far. Like literally nothing. And,
come on,
this is what we do. This is how we do it.
I literally
got my thinking cap on, Bill. I'm firing all cylinders right now.
Okay, I'm worried you're going to try to keep that beer because I brought a beer in here.
Oh, but you wanted to present it.
I want to present it, but I just don't want you to make me think I'm going to forget about it by talking me up.
No.
And then I go home and you go, oh, just leave the beer with me. I would like some of that beer.
Bill, I have plenty of beer.
No, not the beer I made.
I know.
It's important to me.
But I'm not looking to smuggle someone else's beer.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like I'm not looking.
You're not like who's that guy? The Trix Rabbit. Like, remember that guy?
I think that's the name, Trix Rabbit.
Trix Rabbit.
Yeah, I think that's
you guys
the name
know what
of the
Trix
Trix Rabbit
is. You do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's it, the Trix Rabbit. I don't think the Trix Rabbit has a name, like another name other than the Trix Rabbit.
Yeah, I was kind of confused with Bugs Bunny. His ears were a little longer, a little thinner, a little
Bugs Bunny's
squirrelier,
what's up, Doc?
Yeah.
And I don't think the Trix Rabbit has its own cartoon. It's got its own cereal. Doesn't have its own cartoon.
He was kind of a dick. He was like the leprechaun. Remember the leprechaun was a dick.
Bugs Bunny was?
No. The Trix Rabbit was a dick. He was a dick. Guaranteed.
Oh, now we're going to start talking about cereal mascots that are dicks.
and then
Tony the Tiger. You big Tony the Tiger fan? He seemed to be always pretty happy.
Freaking no.
They're great.
Stop! You can't think. Oh,
how about the Cocoa Puffs? The bird, the cuckoo bird.
Bug the shit out of me.
Really?
I hated that bird. Yeah.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
Yeah, it's just because that was his whole shtick. That's
Cocoa
all he had.
Puffs
That's
has
all
the
he had.
best-
He didn't have anything.
The best milk, though.
Yeah.
Cocoa Puffs have
Cocoa Puffs
the
are good.
best leftover milk. You always pour extra milk in the Cocoa
milk.
Puffs so you could save some. And then sometimes I might even add a few more Cocoa Puffs just to get a little darker, get a little more chocolatey. Chocolatey milk.
Do you remember going downstairs at night, or we had 2 stairs? I remember sneaking down and just getting that big bowl out, the big one, like the casserole.
Oh yeah,
bowl,
they're like
and
troughs.
just hammering in. I was Fruit Loops myself.
Oh, I like Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops are great.
Man.
Toucan Sam.
Yeah. Toucan Sam was awesome.
Follow your nose.
Yeah, follow your nose. And he had range. Freaking Trix Rabbit had no range. And then the leprechaun dude. The leprechaun's whole thing was he just tried to scare the shit out of you. Remember?
Yeah.
He'd come after you.
Yeah, I didn't like the leprechaun.
He'd come after you, man. It's like I don't want anything to do with it.
And I didn't love the cereal anyway. I wasn't a Lucky Charms
stupid
guy.
Cereal.
Yeah, it was
Lucky
kind of
Charms.
stupid cereal. It reminds me of Boo Berry.
Yeah, Boo Berry.
I don't like Boo Berry.
I like what they tried to do there.
I like what they tried to do, but they took it
of the
too
Count
far.
Chocula. That
Count
whole
Chocula was
genre.
good. But here's the problem with Count Chocula is it was a second-rate chocolate cereal. Cocoa Puffs was way better.
Yeah.
And Cocoa Pebbles was way better. Cocoa Pebbles is amazing. Of course, with Cocoa Pebbles, it turns to sludge in about 90 seconds. So you better be on it. Like pour the milk and have the spoon like almost like simultaneously, because
we would never have eaten Pebbles because it was like a little girl. And it was like you're 12-year, 9-year-old boy. You're like, I'm not going to eat little girl cereal. It was the mask. It was
Fred and Barney were on the box. I don't think Pebbles was on the box.
Yeah, but she's highlighting the whole thing. It's Pebbles cereal. It's Pebbles cereal.
No, it's Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa
They
Pebbles.
feed it to her because she's a baby.
No, I think they're Pebbles because they kind of look like little pebbles.
No, her name is Pebbles.
I have a box.
Her name is Pebbles. Do you have a box?
I know what her name is. It's Pebbles and Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Bam Bam was the
Bam
boy.
Bam's
Pebbles
the boy.
was the
I
girl.
would eat a Bam Bam cereal.
Yep, exactly.
I don't know if I'd eat a Pebbles cereal. Let's drink that beer. Come on, let's do it.
You want to drink it? All right, give us a beer break. We're going to take a beer break.
Do you guys take a break?
Oh, yeah, we got a little graphic and everything for beer breaks.
Love you, brother.
Exactly. All right, back from beer break. Hope everybody took a chance to go grab.
You gave up on the hat.
It was heavy. My neck was
I know,
heavy.
and I thought it was going to get sweaty too, because it's just leather.
I feel like I had a neck workout.
Yeah.
Like my neck was going to start doing this.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to start looking like Stephen Hawking.
Is it? Is it hard to find a hat that fits your head?
It's okay. Already was in the Epstein report, so don't think ill of me. You know, it's okay.
I brought gifts.
Go ahead.
I brought I brought stuff because I'm learning this from my wife now.
I have one of those already. You already gave me one.
You
of
already
those.
have one?
Yeah.
Oh, but you don't have one of these.
Yes, I do.
Do you have one of these?
Yes. Well, no. Is that a coaster?
It's a coaster.
No, I got that in that form, like the picture of that.
Okay, this is for you for having me back. Thank you.
First off, can I see this?
Yeah, that's a coaster, bro. That's a coaster.
I want everybody to check this out.
Yeah.
Bill's kind of ripped.
Well, I'm kind of on the flex. I'm hard on the
Bill's kinda
flex
ripped
there.
Right there.
That's at the Surf Ranch a couple years ago
Yeah.
at Kelly Slater Surf Ranch. And my sister, who thinks I'm a big deal, made coasters, like 1,000 of them. And I'm like, it's kind of embarrassing.
That's not. What do you mean? That's cool.
It's kind of cool. Yeah. So
Oh,
that's,
it says Bill's IPA.
I brought you something. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then I also, we can do these later. You seen these bad boys?
What are those?
I'm not giving these to you. I'm just going to give you one because
I don't even know if I want one.
You do want one.
No, yeah, I don't. I
You
don't.
guys
I
know
don't
what this
know
is?
that I want one.
It's the shits, man.
I don't know that I don't want one.
Scurf.
Scurf.
Freaking Denmark, my friend. This is nicotine patches. These things are like, I don't do this, but a friend when I retired got them for me, and they're just fun. It's fun stuff. It's like the old Skull Bandits, but with nicotine.
Yeah. So they're gonna be like, well, are we gonna pour the beer? Oh,
yeah.
okay,
This will be second.
Okay, let me show everybody real quick before we get to the beer. This. So I went and got the pebbles. We actually have two. That one's berry pebbles. This is like some offshoot of fruity pebbles and cocoa pebbles.
So it's just not as good.
I haven't had it because it just didn't look very good to me.
I think Lori just ran to the store and got them.
And it's got and she opened it and had some too. So you see on the it's Pebbles,
girl,
Wilma,
the little baby girl,
and what's the brunette's name? Betty, very, very.
She looks like my wife, actually.
You're more of you're probably a Dawn person on Gilligan's Island, aren't you? Not a Ginger, or you're a Mary Ann person, not a Ginger. Yeah.
Baseball hat. Yeah.
I don't know. Either or.
That's good.
Stone Age. You're not kicking anybody out of your bedrock. So look at there you go. And then you have. So I thought, okay, Pebbles is on it. Pebbles is on it.
She is a girl.
But then I looked at Fruity Pebbles. There is no Pebbles on there. It's just Fred and Barney, as you can see.
You ever played the game?
And you know what? See, like in the 80s, you could make this joke. You know why they call it Fruity Pebbles? Because there's two dudes on it. But now you couldn't make that joke because it's 2025. So that's a joke that I wouldn't make. And that wasn't me. That was me in like 1987. So don't get mad at this me. Get mad at that me.
You know what we can do?
Because that me would have made that joke and laughed and thought it was funny.
I brought a sleeping bag. We can do a sleepover tonight, and we can play this game on the back.
How many sleeping bags do you bring?
I just brought.
What are we sleeping together?
We'll zip them
what
together.
Are we snuggling?
We'll zip them up.
We're snuggling
Whatever,
in there?
Tom. Whatever. We can play this.
Well, at least you have jeans on.
That's awesome. All right. Okay. No.
All right. Let's get to the beer.
Okay. So I've made this. This is the first time I
homemade.
presented you with a beer.
This is homemade.
This is. I started doing a thing where I Should I look at the camera, guys?
You do. You want? Are you?
I don't know. No.
Are you cutting a wrestling promo?
I haven't looked at the camera. I haven't done any of the TV thing. It's been awesome. I've been
But
getting.
you are a pro at.
I've been getting water sources from like Pitt River when I go fishing, or the McCloud, or whatever, or from the big rainstorm a few months ago.
Yeah.
This is from Mount Tamalpais, a spring that comes out at the base. It trickles out. It's on the turnoff on your way to down to Stenson. Big turnout, and you'll see a bunch of hippie vans parked there, and it's just like this communing of nature, and everybody's there with their water getting there. So I get like 20 gallons of I call it Mountain's Breath IPA. Okay. 20 gallons of water. Hit it with my Magnum hops off the top, and then I over Citra hops it, and then a California 5 yeast, which is a lot of it, and then I ferment at exact right temperature. Now, presenting it is important, because that's why I said get some cold glasses. Yeah, because I worry about the carbonation because I traveled it in a growler.
Okay, that's a pretty badass growler, though.
Thanks.
I gotta say
it's a little soft
pretty...
on the head, right?
Yeah,
but it's still got nice foam. Look at the color on that bad boy.
There's nothing wrong with soft head, Bill.
Okay, right.
Let me see that.
What? I'm just showing off the beer right now. You can grab me. Don't grab me, man.
Oh, you want to show it off? Oh, look, you're proud of your beer. What am I doing?
No, look at the color, though.
Yeah.
Look at the color on that.
The head filled in a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I poured funny, so it'd be.
Okay, that supposedly you're supposed to pour right down on the bottom. Like I learned this from beer people now, that you're not supposed to pour on the side of the cup. You're supposed to pour down and let the foam pop and come on up.
Everybody's.
I'm gonna wait. Okay, that'd be very.
Everybody's got their take on what you should do with beer, but
it really doesn't matter.
I've been making beer for a long time.
It's all gobbledygook. If I can quote Jim Harbaugh.
I suggest everybody make beer only cuz.
Pass that to your son. He's going to grab a little bit too. And then we got a couple other
I
glasses
didn't know
for
you drank, bro.
Daniel and Max. I didn't know you. When did you start drinking?
Yeah, I didn't know that. 8th grade or some shit. Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I will tell you, before you taste it, this
Okay.
is the best beer you're ever going to taste. And you will
Really?
taste the fresh water.
Okay.
It's my regular recipe, which you've had,
I have.
but it's with this water source. And the water sources are immense. Like, seriously.
Really?
Like, yeah, when Coors said it's the water, they freaking
It's the water?
It's the water. It's the water you use. Because I was using city water, rain. I've used every kind of water now. And this is coming from the mountain, fresh, clean, and you'll taste it. You'll taste it.
Have you ever thought about using the water from the back of the toilet, like the tank water? Nobody's ever thought of it.
That's kind of funny, actually.
No one would ever think of it.
That's kind of funny.
And then you can come up with some
It'd
incredible
be interesting.
names.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
You could, or you could do what I did and make the travel to Mecca and get the goddamn water right out the bottom of the mountain. I call it mountain's breath. Okay, try it. Try it. You tell me exactly what you think. Now, well, yeah, if you don't.
Cheers.
No. Cheers, brother.
Good
to see you, man.
What do you want to lie to you? I can lie to you and just say it's
and I
good.
know you won't, too,
But then you won't.
I know
won't
you don't lie. You're not that way.
That's
rounded, bites off the top. That's the Magnum hops. And then it cruises, and then that's that fresh water taste. And then right at the back end, there's the Citra.
Round it.
Yeah,
round.
I love this. When I don't have a keg, I get so bummed because I don't drink that much, but except the weekends. And
what's the ABV on this?
Huh?
ABV.
Oh, it's probably 7.8.
Oh, stout. That's.
I took it down a little. The IBUs on this is
large IPA.
IBUs are like $1.20. International bittering units. Yeah. I think they're $1.20.
Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Don't
put it in the sun though. Seriously.
Okay, my bad.
Haven't we talked about that?
No, we didn't talk.
Did you know that? Like, don't put your beer in the sun, boys. Yeah, I get mad because the hops are. That's why beer gets skunky. Because
you mean like
the sun
like
reacts
Moosehead?
with the hops, huh?
Remember, like Moosehead or Molson Golden?
Yeah.
Remember, everybody loved Canadian beer.
Yeah.
Because it was like a cool thing. It's like you drink it. And
imported.
You're like, this is skunky, but everybody's drinking it. So
it was Coors and like a green.
I'm gonna have
bottle.
one too.
Moosehead was big.
Moosehead was big. The one I had that was big was Killian's Irish Red.
That's a badass.
That
beer.
was a big
That's
one
a badass beer.
Yeah, I don't even think it exists anymore.
What's your favorite beer right now?
I don't know that I have a favorite beer. I have. Oh, am I supposed to say this?
Yes. What the hell? Okay. Besides,
try. Okay, I failed that test.
Besides,
that's my second favorite beer.
Okay, what's your?
This is my second favorite beer. My favorite beer is anything I have in the fridge.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Will you drink a lager?
That just went over your head, didn't it? I
Well,
said
no,
this
it
is my
wasn't that good.
second. I said my first is everything I have in the fridge.
Oh, yeah, giggle in my head because I didn't think you'd be mean. I didn't expect meanness.
Why didn't you expect that? Why didn't you expect?
I don't know because
you
I'm relaxed.
No, I did. I relaxed you
now.
so much you didn't even see the shot coming.
I already worked through my emotional issues with my father, and now I'm relaxed. I'm off guard.
Be honest with you, I don't know that I have a beer because when I get
beers, no, you don't. I always ask you that.
In there right now, I have Fieldwork, Cellar Maker.
You like Fieldwork?
Wondrous, Great Notion, and maybe Tenma out of Emeryville. That's really, really good.
Really? What's it called?
Tenma, Tenma. Tenma. Like if you go hit Fieldwork in Berkeley,
you
can go to San Pablo, hang a right, go down to just before 65th Avenue. Tenma's on the left. Then hang a right on 65th, go down about maybe half a mile. Wondrous is right there. Then you go the back way, get on the freeway, get off at Jack London Square, go down a couple miles, and Cellar Maker's right there. So I can hit 4 incredible.
Yeah,
and then if I want to go across the freeway, I could get Santa Darius. Ghost Town is coming to Alameda in a couple months.
Ghost Town's awesome.
I'm trying to get my buddy Lester to get Bear Bottle over here somehow. Trying to get all these beers because they have Faction, which is what I got Faction in there too. Faction's got incredible pale ales, and then Humble Sea and Almanac are over there as well. Oh yeah, we got.
You've turned me on to a lot of really good beer. Like you have. You were on Faction and Fieldworks way before their time.
Yeah, they're really, really good beer. Good dudes. I mean, the guys that Roger that runs a Faction, fantastic dude, fantastic beer. Him and his wife, and then I got to meet Vinny and Natalie at Russian River. They're incredible. He actually invited. I couldn't go, but next year maybe we'll go. Because these are their big fans of yours. They invited us to come up for Pliny the Younger.
Oh, we do that.
Come up for a Pliny the Younger day.
The last time I went, we did Pliny the Younger. It was 2 years ago. We didn't do it.
Yeah, that was at the McGee's.
The McGee's, yeah.
That was at McGee's. That was fun. That was with Ratto and a couple of the other crew.
The thing about making beer, you didn't ask me, but I'm going to say it.
Okay.
Is that it's like if you like apple pie. I always use this analogy. Maybe it's stupid, but I think it's accurate. But you like apple pie like I did. I love it. So you learn how to make your own apple pie, and you put in more apples and more cinnamon. Yep. That's what beer is. Making beer is like. You get your base malts wired, and then you just tweak the hops and the yeast and even the temperature, the ambient air temperature, the fermenting. And you can get all sorts of flavors. And literally, for a while there, when I first started, you've been around for the whole time. 15 years ago, I was making beer for everybody else. And then I just go, hell no, I'm just going to make a beer for me that I love. And I never get sick of it.
Have you tinkered with the hops?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I tinker with everything, but I like the profile that I have right now. Yeah. And what I've changed is the water source.
Got it.
The water source is fascinating. It's fascinating because this beer tastes very different when it's from San Francisco water supply or from the McCloud River or whatever.
Got it. Yeah. It's interesting because when you came, and I think my kids might have been at I don't know if Weston was there or not for the Pliny the Younger.
Yeah.
But whenever I mentioned Bill, I go, Bill, they're like, oh, the weed guy. Guy that grows his own weed.
I know, it's so funny. Everybody thinks I'm a weed guy.
You're like, I grew it one time. And they think you're like,
so
they
don't
think you're a dealer.
Right? Yeah.
They don't think you're you don't think you're a dealer, but I literally you did grow your own. It wasn't like weed.
But even when I started in TV, because I was different. Like when I started in TV, kind of like when you started in radio, we were very different. That's why we have jobs. I was very different than Mark Thompson and Joel Bartlett and Pete Giddings and Steve Raleigh. I was just kind of like a surfer. And it somehow I shouldn't have kept the job as long as I did, but somehow I did. And I started growing people because I was
likable.
Yeah, I guess.
You're knowledgeable and likable.
But I wasn't a TV guy. And so the line on me was, oh, he's fucking stoned, man. He's stoned. And it's like, literally, no, not stoned. But then I got
when you have a Vanagon, everybody's going to think you're stoned, okay?
I swear to God.
90% of the people that drove Vanagons are stoned.
Here's why I don't get stoned. Because in my real life, like I'm always plotting. Like we were talking here, we were plotting just before I'm always plotting. And I drink beer, I keep plotting. I'm always plotting. But when I smoke weed, I'm just done.
You're not plotting.
I'm not plotting. And I'm just wired to plot, I think. Yeah.
Well, you were the one that introduced me to the boom, boom, boom.
Absolutely.
Tell everybody what the boom, boom, boom is.
That's basically the move is if you can work out first is always better.
Yeah.
But in order to keep drinking and stay off the I'm an alcoholic radar, because that's the key is staying under the radar. Because if you get
I'm an alcoholic radar,
people go, I think
you don't want to be on that.
Like, you don't want to be on that. I think you might be drinking too much because then you got to start curtailing.
Yeah.
Right. So, what was our subject again? Sorry, I forgot.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, boom, boom. I basically 3 drinks afternoon. So I would work out, wouldn't eat, have a cracker, chug a beer.
Yep.
And then I'd sit back for a little bit, just let it take hold. And let me tell you a little something. Remember 9th grade, 8th grade down by the river with Debbie?
First time. No.
First time. Well, not Debbie.
I don't remember that. I wasn't there.
You didn't. But that buzz, that feeling of that first beer, you can achieve it at age 66. You can still. I'm achieving it. I'm there right now. Yeah. I'm on that river. Now, if somebody passed me a joint, I would hit it. I would hit it. I wouldn't bring it. It wouldn't be with me, but I would hit. That does not make me a stoner.
I've had 2 puffs my entire life.
Weed?
Yep.
Really?
That's it. All I did is cough and choke, and I was like, "It sucks.
It sucks."
I was like, "I'm out. Thanks. Here, take it."
It doesn't work.
I'm good. Yeah. And then, so I was like, I didn't even start drinking beer until I was like, maybe my back half of my senior year in high school. Maybe not even. Yeah, I didn't drink. Yeah, I didn't drink. I didn't do anything.
Just basketball.
No girls, no alcohol, no poker and basketball. That's it. Play poker with my boys and
How did you play
basketball.
poker? How'd you play poker and not drink? Like seriously,
We just didn't.
The whole group didn't.
The whole group didn't.
Basketball team.
Yeah,
guys?
I mean, we didn't play poker probably until I was like a junior. Though it wasn't like we were playing when I was 8. Like and then dealing
these
5-card hold'em.
These
when
three
you're
Gen
8.
Xers. These 3 Gen Xers here were all drinking by the time they were 13. 1, 2, 3.
13, really?
Got them all.
Wow, Jesus.
I mean, so that's sort of stunted.
Wow,
that's a little. I know.
Yeah, I was. I was young for a senior. I started my senior year when I was 16. So kindergarten I was 4.
Oh shit!
I was 4 for 2 months. Yeah, parents kicked me out. They're like, "We've had enough of you. Let somebody else deal with you."
You started your senior year. You're 16.
Yep.
How's that work?
Yep.
How do you do that? How do you? So you started kindergarten at 2?
I don't know. I just showed up one day and I was 16, and I went to school. No, because I started when I was 4.
When's your birthday?
October 16th.
Ah.
And I just made the cutoff.
Here's a dirty
And
little.
I think
secret.
my mom's like, "I've had enough. Just go to school."
Here's a
Just
little secret
go.
I've never told anybody ever, and I don't even know if my son knows it. I was my birthday is October 27th, so I was kind of, I was young. They put me in kindergarten when I was 4. I actually got held back in 3rd grade because I couldn't roll with the big dogs. I just couldn't. I was getting my ass kicked.
So you ended up being.
Yeah, I was getting my ass kicked.
So you ended up being the grade you should have been.
The who?
The grade you should have been in. That's ultimately the grade you ended up in.
But you never feel that way because you got held back.
I was the youngest, but I was either the biggest or second biggest.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like.
But emotionally, you could have been. See, that's rough. Especially when you're big.
Emotionally, I was probably 3 years. They couldn't hold me back enough to let my maturity catch up. Like when I was in 6th grade, I probably still was 4th grade maturity. So
for sure.
At that point, you're just like, what's the point? We can't hold him back 2 years.
Did you I gotta ask you this because how tall were you your senior year?
6'7".
You have a girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend?
No, my first girlfriend was college.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Well, not like late in college.
I know. I didn't want to go.
I was not.
That's awesome.
I was not a girl guy.
So it's awesome. I mean,
was just a basketball and gambling.
Well, it's hard
guy.
when you're big.
I can't say it worked out great for me, but basketball part did.
When you're bigger than everybody else, though, it's kind of a weird thing. When you're kind of like young and big, that's a weird thing.
Yeah,
because people think you're older than you are.
But it was cool though. I mean, like there were parts where you see your buddies hanging out with their girlfriends and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, that'd be cool. And then you're like, shit, I could do whatever I want. It's Friday night. I could go to movies. I can go out. I can go hang. I can do it. I can go.
That's a really good point.
I can do whatever I want to. I don't have to worry about it. And so
it's a really good point.
And then you because
that's rolling deep in my town.
I mean, you're at the. I would imagine you're like me. You're at the point in your marriage where it's like you don't have to ask if you want to do something. You just do it.
Kind of. I'm getting my ass kicked right now.
Not the kind of.
Because I realized. Okay. Well, now we're getting into it because I'm half a beer in. Yeah,
it's already hitting
goes
you?
Bad here, huh?
It's already hitting you.
Oh yeah. Boom, 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 dude.
Wow,
dude. How much?
How
much did I eat today?
Let's put it this way:
I just walked the walk. I just walked the walk.
If you want to do something, Pam's not gonna go no, and you're not gonna tell her no.
Pam
no, I want to go here. No, you can't. No, you can't do it.
But I'm
learning. Can you sick?
I'm
you're over
learning to
60.
read
I'm
between
60.
the lines.
It's
I'm learning to read between the lines because like she used to do everything because I was making money back in the day, like 3 months ago. And now I'm not.
Back in the day.
Now I'm just that dude.
We're very similar.
House.
We're very similar
in
that regard.
And so I'm kind of like I'm just this dude around the house who, but do you know who I am? Yeah, you're just go make the bed.
You used to be.
Go make the So I'm kind of like oh I got it. I was just asking Avery today, my daughter. I was like, is mom cool with me? Is she cool? Because I'm literally.
Is she cool with me?
Is she cool with me? Because I'm like, I think I'm doing a good job, but I'm doing weird stuff I'm not, that's not in my wheelhouse.
Like
doing the dishes, making dinner.
Look at you.
Making the bed. Those are the 3 things I'm doing right now. I'm going to try to
making
do a 4th
the bed
thing
still
eventually.
Hard for me, but the cooking and dishes I've done for a while, but
that's a good move.
Cooking,
it's a good move.
The cooking I've gotten into over the last 4 years. Yeah, dishes always. I don't think my dad did dishes once in his life.
I know my dad.
Different era.
Never did dishes.
Can you imagine? You told my dad to do the dishes, he'd go get fucking bent.
What is weird? It is
dishes.
weird. It is weird to be like.
I worked all day. I'm not.
I know exactly, but we really didn't work. Remember what we did?
Well, we did. No. My dad would have said.
Oh, your
that.
dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think my dad ever cooked. I don't think my dad. He might have grilled occasionally, but no, because that was what women did.
So you do a lot of stuff around here.
I cook. I have a weird.
We're still at one
obsession with cleaning.
Oh, really?
But it's only certain areas of the house, like living room and the kitchen. If the kitchen's a mess, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not OCD about cleaning so much, but if it's
that's because that's where you like to be.
If it's a kitchen, then I can't. Like if there's dishes in the sink that just sit there. I don't like that either. Like here's the thing.
I don't like that either.
Here's the thing I don't like, and I've tried to get this through to the family. Occasionally successful, maybe not as much. And again, this is part me because I'm a little anal on this one, but it's like, how is it possible you could be done with a dish and not just rinse it off, put it in the dishwasher? It takes an extra 3 seconds.
Interesting.
Because what happens is,
you
leave in the dish, you leave in the sink, 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 and guess who fucking can't stand it? So he puts in the dishwasher.
Thank you.
This motherfucker right here.
Yeah.
So I'm the one that gets.
I get pissed when
doing
people,
it,
but if there's stuff in the sink, I'll just pile on top of it.
I'm like, why? But I can't. I'd say I can't do that.
You're the guy. You're Pam. You're Pam.
Yeah, I can't. If I see dishes in the sink, I'm just like, oh, I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it. And I feel like they never listen to this show. Maybe they do.
No, Pam listens.
But I feel like they do it. Like they'll just like, oh, Dad's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Let's put it in here. Dad'll do it. We'll
It's
put it in here. Dad'll do it. I'll put it in here.
I've been starting to do them.
Like the sink to me, I don't mind doing them. I don't mind emptying the dishwasher. I don't mind loading the dishwasher. I'm fine with that.
So
like,
you carry?
I'll put on some music, do the dishes or whatever, and then I don't mind getting in there and cooking either. Like things I've cooked in the past, close. Shepherd's pie,
nice.
Chicken parm, chicken marsala.
Really,
is one of my favorites.
Do you have like recipes you follow?
Yeah, I'm to the point now where some of them I know. I mean, chicken parm's like bread some chicken, fry it up, get some. But you know what the thing is?
Hit it with oil.
And this is gonna hit you because you just said the beer's about the water. I just get the best ingredients I can. I get the best mozzarella cheese I can. I get fresh marinara sauce. And I'm like, this is going to mask, even if I was a shitty cook and you can't really mess up chicken parm.
Yeah.
I go, this is going to mask a lot of that.
Yeah.
So let me just get the best flavors I can, put them in there. And it's so easy to make. Like, boom, 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 done. I do this shrimp and cherry tomato burst pasta.
Jumbo shrimp?
No, just regular sized prawns. But it's super easy.
Okay. Oh no, I like
jumbo
the jumbo. I like the jumbo.
Not regular.
I like the jumbos. I mean,
it's like,
That's
it'd be like the same if you go, what do you think of the beer? And I went,
No.
What
sorry.
would
I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
Right. Yeah, that was.
Man, I know you feel like, I take
cool.
digs at you, but you hurt my feelings occasionally.
I know.
Too.
I'm sorry. I tried to. I was trying that time.
I mean, just because I'm much, much, much bigger than you doesn't mean my feelings can't be hurt.
You're much bigger than me?
I'm 6'8", 270. You're probably what, 6'3"?
I was.
4?
I used to be. I'm
6'3", buck 75, buck 80. Okay, so that's close.
Yeah.
That was close.
So back to, I love what you're talking about with food because I worked at Charlie Brown's, Emeryville. You guys, nobody's ever been there because it's closed. It's not Charlie Brown's and Snoopy. It's Charlie Brown's, the old Fern Bar Steakhouse, kind of over by Carlos Murphy's. I bet some of you guys know. Anybody know who this is? Charlie Brown's? No. Great.
Is it a restaurant
great
or a
podcast?
person?
But it's a restaurant. So I worked in there for like 5 years. But I used to got real tight with the cook. So I got to go back on the cook line because it's one of those cook lines that's out kind of in the restaurant and the guys are cooking and sizzling.
Yeah.
So I would, after 9 o'clock to quiet, I'd go in and make my own stuff. And so I learned quickly. It's about excess of cheese, excess of oil, excess of meat, jumbo shrimp. And you just literally just what I just said right there. Just pile that up. That's a meal. That's a meal. And people are going to comment on it like, oh my God, that's awesome. Yeah. I know it's not chicken Parmesan, but it's the same idea. It's like just good shit, put it together, act like you know what you're doing.
Yeah. No, I got a smoker too. I'm going to smoke something out here in a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Really?
Do like some.
Where is the smoke?
It's in the garage. It's like an electric smoker that Weston and B got for me a few years ago. I don't smoke a lot. And I was thinking,
what makes you drawn to that? Like, because smoking to me isn't cooking. Smoking is like, I'm just going to dry some shit out.
well, I thought it sounded kind of fun to sit out here and just watch something smoke and drink beer. So basically, it's just about something to drink beer while you're doing something.
And it takes like 10 days.
Doing something else, which is probably why I like cooking, because I'm like, I'm just going to grab a beer and cook and turn the music up.
Yeah.
Like, I'll sit down here, crank some Tool, cook, and drink a beer. And I'm just like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Everybody leave me alone.
And you eat a little bit on the way, too.
Yeah.
So you're kind of feeding yourself. Do you ever, when you're cooking, don't you kind of just snack? Yeah.
Well, you got to taste it as you're going.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, all right, let me ask you.
Well,
go ahead.
No, I got nothing.
Okay.
I usually chamber a bunch of stuff, but I'm literally, this is.
No, I wanted to ask you. So
wasted.
I wanted to ask you.
Wasted.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yes.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I am.
So I want. You don't got to say names, but I want to know if there's any good newsroom stories.
Oh yeah.
Sex.
I'm not going to tell you.
Smoking.
Yeah.
Thievery. Whatever it is.
Oh, there's all.
Give me a couple good. I can't
because you know all the names. I know.
Dude, but I don't know who did it. Who did what? You can't even give me.
Don't get me drunk and then ask me to tell stories. Oh my god.
Give me one.
This is the same thing as the word game. It's the same thing.
You can't give me one good news
I got
story.
A ton of news stories.
We'll find one.
I can't because you know everybody. Oh my god. All I can tell you is TV people crazy AF. They just are. Radio people, you guys are weird, but TV people are crazy.
So are we talking?
I'm not gonna get.
Are we talking sex?
Everything.
Yeah,
dude, everything. I got every story you could. I was in television for 38 years. I worked with Dave McElhan, Wayne Walker.
I can't believe you can't give me one.
No,
story.
because you know everybody.
Well, I know them, but I don't know who did what.
I know because no one knows. I can't. I want to. I'm wasted. Oh my god.
Have a little bit more.
It's a good thing we're not dating.
Have a little bit more of that.
You're trying to take advantage of me or some shit.
You're not my type.
Oh my god.
Trust me.
It's so funny. You know, as soon as you did this, I go, he's gonna get into he's gonna get into some shit.
Oh god. Okay, let's get into.
You got radio.
Is there any more beer in there? Or?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. I'll finish it up.
How'd you guys like the beer?
It's good.
Very good.
It's very good.
Did you think so?
Yeah, really good.
I gotta say that
I
growler.
don't know what you say to something like that. You go, no, it sucks, Bill. You're not going to say
Anaheim
I
Brew.
mean, if I didn't like it, I would tell you.
Do you think you would?
Yeah, that's nice.
Would he? You would for sure.
I would.
Fucking sure.
That was good. It's good beer.
It's good. Oh, it's good. To see
I'm known for being blunt.
satisfactory. Good to me is like, oh, this is a good podcast.
Pour the fucking beer.
I'm very sensitive. I'm like
I can see that. I feel like I need to lay down on the couch and I can go through your past childhood history, your past traumas.
Next time I see you stroke your Fu Manchu, I'm just gonna run. Oh my god! You know you did that. No, I got awesome stories.
So I know there's people sleeping with people. That's that. I knew there was. Damn, we're not going to get into those.
Stories.
We already.
They're legends. There's legendary stories. Legends.
Tell them without the names.
He can't. He said he wouldn't tell me without the names.
I can't tell you because
he said we know
figure it out. No,
everybody.
and plus, I don't know. I would just never. Yeah, I can't do that. It'd be like you banging out on the radio stuff. It's like you guys are weird. So there's some weird stories there.
I don't know any stories.
You do?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Dude, I showed up 10 minutes before the show and left right after. I don't know anything.
Really?
Yeah. And I didn't want to know.
Yeah.
I was like, just
TV was weird only because back in the day, I was telling Bill this today, is like TV was there was no internet.
Yeah.
And so it was like TV and radio. That was it. And
Yeah.
professional athletes and people in movies. And so we in TV thought we were pretty awesome. I didn't necessarily, but we just kind of were like, we got more accolades than we deserved. And we were, just kind of swaggery. And then swaggeriness drives kind of bad behavior, I think. I saw a lot of it.
Did anybody ever get caught with like porn on the computer at work?
Yeah, and
you can tell me the name of that one.
No, it's like, of course. Yeah, the internet was confusing to all these.
God, there's so many good stories there. I can't believe you can't just.
I wish I could.
If I could,
I wish I could.
Give Bill another beer.
I know. I would. If the more wasted I get, which I'm wasted,
No, you're not wasted.
I am wasted.
It's been 10 minutes.
Well, I drank it pretty fast.
What do you think? It goes straight to your bloodstream?
It did. It did. You're not a doctor. You don't know.
I know that. I know that. Yeah, thank you.
Well, I was gonna say we could do these. These are fun. Want to do one?
Sure.
That's awesome.
Are we gonna be able to talk with that in our mouth?
No, it's awesome. These are
Well, that's gonna work really well for the fucking podcast.
these are from.
Can you
Denmark,
talk with
dude.
these? No, you can't. But it's gonna be great.
No, Derek gave me these. Yeah, you want one, don't you? Yeah. I'll give the boys one too. Yeah. Those things. Derek gave me this, director at Channel 2. And I'm like, no way will I ever touch that stuff. And then I had one I was driving the other day, and I was like, oh, this is sick. It just pumps nicotine into your system. It's like smoking like a carton. It really is.
Smoking a carton of cigs. Fantastic. That's what I need. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, so I'm doing YouTube. That's cool.
Yeah, I wanted to get to that. Put that on the back burner real quick. I know I have a bad habit of doing this all the time. So when the tendrils get too long,
I know.
I just spend my night going like this. That's when I got to chop them off. I'm like, stop.
Is Lori good with that?
Yeah, she likes it.
She does.
I think she likes it more from an aesthetic standpoint, not as much from a feel standpoint.
God.
I think she likes the way it looks.
Yeah.
But she's never really happy because I'll drink water. And
No, I know. There's always food
I
in it,
understand
so.
the beard gets wet, and it's like nobody wants to kiss anybody with a wet beard.
I don't understand the facial hair. Bill's got a little.
I mean, there's probably some of those people out there. There's fetishes for everything. They're like, oh, bro, you get a wet beard? I'll give you a kiss. Like, well, what's wrong with you? I love wet beards. Like, no. Okay,
Yeah.
let me. I got to ask you because I wanted to ask you this because I have a couple of them, and I thought you'd be fun to talk to about that. Give me some pet peeves.
Oh, mine.
I'll start. You want to go?
No, I want to start. You can't ask me a question, then go. I'll start.
Well, that's because you went.
No, I went.
Sometimes
because
you get
I was
passive
being
on
thoughtful.
me. You're just like,
I was being thoughtful.
yeah.
I want your podcast to succeed. My pet peeves.
Yeah.
Electric bikes.
Electric. Yes. Good. Take something that was meant for exercise and fucking do no exercise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now I'm okay with I was somewhere the other day and
You're doing it now too. You're doing this.
Well,
You
no,
don't even
I'm
you don't
pressing
even have
on.
a
I'm
beard.
gumming it. I'm gumming it.
Oh, you're trying to jam the
Yeah.
nicotine into
You
your
ever do that?
system.
Dude, milk that mother. Milk it. Don't be a little bitch. I'm just telling you.
Oh, don't be a little bitch. God.
No, I was just.
You know what I'll do after this? I'll go grab my fucking can of Skull and you can stick that in there.
I love Skull too.
Yeah.
You feel that
And
burn?
we'll see if
you feel the burn.
We'll see if you can do a four-finger
Which
chew.
side's it on right now?
Right in the middle.
Milk it.
Right in the middle.
Just milk it once and feel the burn, because you'll feel it.
What do you want me to go like this? Like
No, just
milk it.
Press on. Just.
That's a little spearminty.
It is kind of experimenting.
It probably needs a little more.
It's from Denmark, my friend.
Probably needs. I don't give a shit where it's from.
You do.
What am I supposed to be impressed?
It's called.
What did
Skur.
the Vikings fucking
All
chew
I know
this?
is my son saw
Huh?
this. Bill.
What
saw
did
these.
Hogarth
Bill
chew
does
this
like
when
the,
he was?
the Zins, and like Zins are stupid, I guess. And he goes, "You got the real thing," and that's when I realized I had some. It was a gift.
Can you only get them in Denmark?
I think they're European.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, there you go. They're European. Where are we going with that?
I don't know. You were saying milk it. You just kept milking it, and you had a weird look in your eye when you were saying it too. I don't want to say it was
Don't.
sexual, but it was.
Don't do that.
I was oddly
do that.
uncomfortable when you were saying it.
Oh,
Milk it.
we're
Milk
talking
it.
about my YouTube channel.
Yeah, you
That's
hate
sick.
you said you hate e-bikes.
Oh, I hate
Electric
e-bikes.
bikes.
Thanks, Phil. I hate e-bikes. Not because they don't make some sense. I saw some old people on them.
Yep.
People who maybe have an injury. That's kind of cool, but just like and little kids, you bet your ass. If I'm a little kid, I want one of those e-bikes. Just
Yep.
jam around and cause trouble.
Yep.
But it's the in between dudes. I was riding yesterday up in Rin. Some guy on an e-bike blows by me. He's like half my age. Doesn't say a word. Just like, yeah, I just kicked your ass. I'm like, dude. So I'm kind of. It's like something about guys who aren't fat on e-bikes kind of bugs me.
Yeah, because it's there as an exercise to help you work out,
Yes.
sweat a little bit,
Yes.
and you've turned it into something that burns no calories whatsoever. And look,
Oh, you don't
the
like them
theory-
either.
No, I hate them.
Nice.
Because the theory I have is humans are always going to take the easy way out if you offer it to them.
Americans especially.
It's like a lion. If I were to take a dead gazelle and drop it in front of the lion's going to eat it. Because the lion's going to say, what the fuck do I got to go run around all day? I don't even know if I'm going to catch a gazelle.
I like what you're doing here.
But if you're going to give it to me, I'll take it. So if you're going to give humans the opportunity to have a bike that goes on its own, they're going to take that. They're not going to pedal. You're supposed to pedal. All right?
Well,
I mean, society's fat enough. I mean, do we need to turn bikes into something
that
makes it a sedentary activity? Like, hey, I rode my bike today 20 miles. No, you didn't. You fucking pushed a button and you went 20 miles.
It's a motorcycle.
It's like having a moped.
It's a motorcycle.
Okay? Just stop. And then scooters. You want to push? No, I just want to have an electric scooter too.
Yeah.
Like, fuck those guys too.
Yeah.
I'm not fans of those guys.
Yeah, I didn't say
they zoom in and out of
fuck. I didn't say fuck.
Well, they zoom in and out of traffic. Remember how bad they used to be during the pandemic?
Yeah.
Oh man. I got in trouble at KMBR one time because remember Critical Mass? They used to do that all the time. They might still do it. But the bikers Fridays would take over San Francisco, and they just go down the streets.
Oh, you couldn't get home on time.
No, it wasn't that. It was the fact that they'd go the wrong way down a one-way street and then spit on your window if you happen to veer into their lane. And I said on the air one time, and I didn't curse, but I go, you know what I want to do? When one of these motherfuckers comes going the wrong way, they're going the wrong way and they're getting mad at me, I just want to open my door and clean their clock and just knock them off their bike.
Yeah.
And Bob Agnor, then program director, got a call from the head of Critical Mass or some biking organization or whatever, said, you know what, Tom needs to apologize. You know, he shouldn't be saying that, blah, 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 blah. To which I said, well, they should go the right way down the fucking road then. Don't be going the wrong way down the road and then get mad at me. So I offered up some weak apology. It was very similar to
you did on the air. You did.
Yeah. I go, look, I'm sorry. I would never hit somebody, you know, even if they're going the wrong way.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
I go, I'm not going to open my door and hit them. It doesn't mean I really, really want to, because I do, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
They didn't really like that as an apology.
That's a pretty good apology, though.
I thought it was okay.
Because you wouldn't really do it.
I thought it was okay. No, I wouldn't do it, but I want to.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, it pisses me off. So I had to deal with, you know, the bikers sometimes who just drive me nuts. But I give them credit. At least they pedaled. Dude, at least they actually biked. That's not biking, pushing a button and holding on.
I don't mean it's flat as a board. I saw electric bikes driving in here. I'm like,
dude, it's flatter than Kate Moss out here. You kidding me?
But that's why I got that. I kind of got that.
Back to me.
Yeah,
you almost got away from me there, and I kind of reeled you back in.
That's the freaking
the nicotine
kicking in. Now you're funny.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you. I should have started earlier with the nicotine then.
Okay, pet peeve. What's yours?
Okay, I'll give you one.
Did I take one of yours? Okay.
No, but I was just trying to amplify it because I agree with you.
No, I appreciate that.
People that try to get on an elevator before everybody gets off.
Oh.
I hate that.
Oh.
Like literally, I would like to take.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy. It doesn't happen. People don't do that.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they do. They'll try to get on as you're getting off. I'm like, where are you going?
Yeah.
Like, this thing's not going anywhere. It's going to wait till we all get off, and then you can go.
Yeah.
So just wait until we get off, and then you can get up. It's just a lack of common courtesy. That's where a lot of my pet peeves come from. Just a lack of common courtesy. Like, you're not the only one on the planet. We're all here. We're all trying to do something. Yeah. Just wait your turn.
You learned that from your dad. That's that shit we were talking about earlier. The same thing. It's
like, my dad would have said something to him. See, I don't say something to him.
But you learn to be not get in the way of others, to not impede others' progress, just to be helpful and to be
somewhat courteous. Think of others. Don't always think of yourself. Yeah. So that's one of mine that's always bothered me.
Yeah.
And I get to a point now where I'll just, I'll say something snide as I'm walking by and they're trying to get on. I'm like, where are you going?
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
You're big too. It's scary.
Yeah, I'm big. I can get away with it.
You open your car door into those guys?
I would like to.
Yeah, I know.
I would like.
You would never do it.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't do it because I have that chip in my head that says, "Okay, here are the consequences. You can't do that."
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I'd like to do
that
I just don't do. But yeah, if you're biking the wrong way, because all the bikers want to have they want to hey, give us our room. It's our half our road too. obey the same rules we do. How about
Mhm.
stopping at a red light? How about stopping at a stop sign?
Bikers can be dicks. I'm a huge biker, but bikers can be dicks. They've earned the reputation in a lot of cases. And back in the old days, Marin County, the equestrians and the mountain bikers, that was a huge, like, Hatfields and the McCoys. And the bikers just, I could tell you stories. I get, because I ride a lot, and there's an etiquette that goes with everything. There's an etiquette that goes with showing up over here 2 blocks away at the basketball court, and how do you walk into a game, how you don't walk into a game, but right, there's an etiquette in everything we do. And people, this is old man Martin right now, because I'm like,
That's
100.
okay. We like old
But
man
it's
Martin.
like there's rules, there's things.
There's an etiquette to surfing.
It makes things more fun and sustainable if people learn how to do it right, how to do things correctly, and with a protocol. And these days, there seems to be such a lack of, just Google it. Oh, I can do that. Fly fishing is a great example. I was fly fishing up on the McCloud a couple weeks ago, and fishing away. And the move is you fish upstream because fish are looking upstream. And literally, I'm fishing my way up this riff, chest deep, having a good time. And in the middle of the river, and some guy drops in front of me. It's bad. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah,
you're like, you dropped in front of me.
I get it.
Yeah, it's like, dude, seriously. And like, literally, in the middle of Mother Nature, I will just, what are you doing, dude? Because if I don't tell him, he will keep doing that.
Yeah.
And somebody will do it. It's like, it's weird. And when you tell people, I don't want to be a dick, and I could easily fish around you, but it's like, it's the same way.
But in being
surfing.
a dick, you're doing him a service.
I feel like you are. But it gets old. Surfing's the same way. Surfing's so busy right now. And it's hard to, poor Bill has to see it. Like I in the water a lot, I tell people what I think. I go, you can't, I'm not mean, but you can't do that. I go, you just can't do that. It's not how it's done. And you get a varied responses, but I just feel like as the oracle, as the old guy on the room, the guy on the porch, I feel like you kind of have to say,
that's part of your responsibility,
for this
Bill.
to be sustainable.
That's part of your responsibility to let them know.
I think so too.
Absolutely.
If you live a certain amount of time, it's important to let people know. And like you say, being on the porch, we all go there. But the things you've learned from before going onto the porch, you should pass along so that this event, this surfing thing that we love so much, will continue to be fun. Because it won't be fun if everybody drops in on each other.
Yeah. All right. Pet peeve.
Oh, me?
Or do you only have one?
Didn't I do it? No, I got 1,000.
You want me to throw one in there?
No, let me go.
Okay,
Let me think. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna go.
Is this good podcast?
Pet peeve for me is traffic. Somebody's trying to get over. You let them in, and they don't give you the courtesy wave.
Me too.
I'm like, how about a little wave? I didn't have to let you in. I let you in.
And they're kind of like,
we're not going anywhere anyway.
Yeah.
So you can't even say, hey, thanks, or you don't have to go out the window.
Yeah.
If you do, that's great. But I can see
just
it.
a quick right
little,
hand.
That's perfect.
In the rear view.
You're acknowledging that I did something for you.
You kind of just took my pet peeve. That's a pet peeve for sure. Slow guy in the fast lane bugs me too. Slow guy in the fast lane. Not because I don't drive that fast, but I'm like, again, somebody's trying to get somewhere and they're trying to go fast, and you don't ride in the fast. I know it's smoother and shit. I mean, there's that argument, but
then go fast.
Or move over. So guy in the fast lane that shouldn't be in the fast lane. I got so many pet peeves, but I also realize that as you get older, you start to see more. You just start to see more things that are like.
Are you like? Ooh. You ready for another beer?
No, thank you.
What?
What do you got? You got an IPA there?
I got a pale ale, and a pale ale, and an IPA. The field work is St. Thomas.
I'll have a little half that IPA.
Okay. Here, I give it to him. This is from the fine people over at Fieldwork. This is a St. Thomas OG.
Do you want to talk about my YouTube channel? What the frick, dude? I'm trying to get up past like 5 subscribers. Jesus.
Has Molly subscribed?
No, she's dead.
What?
Yeah, she passed.
Did you tell me that last time?
That's not an IPA.
That is.
It's not. Look at the color.
Well, I don't know. It says West Coast IPA.
Oh. Non-alcoholic.
See, I can read. Yeah, it's fucking non-alcoholic. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I don't care. I'll take the faction.
Oh, that is good.
Face the strange.
I was wrong.
Pale ale.
That was good.
I told you it's an IPA.
I was wrong. I was just looking at the color. It looked like a Pilsner.
You sure you don't want any more?
Yeah, more, that's not a half a glass. That's weak.
I'll split that out.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
His son goes, hold on,
Wait.
We'll get that.
Um,
You got it. Okay.
yeah. I don't know.
So you want to talk about your YouTube channel?
Nah, not really.
Well, look, I'd love to help you. I just want to kill our vibe by talking about your YouTube channel.
I know that would be sucky.
Yeah, it feels like work.
No,
No,
it's not that good.
tell us
anyway.
about it. What
It's not that
have you
good.
been up to?
What? Oh, I just.
No, you do it every day, don't you?
I love it. Yeah, I just love it. It's fun. It reminds me of when it's like being a little kid and somebody said,
Well, you love weather.
Yeah,
You do
and
love
but
weather.
somebody
I love
said,
weather too. I'm fascinated by it.
I know you are. But it's sort of like if somebody just said you're a little kid, here's a bunch of stuff, pictures and models and maps, and you can make anything you want out of it. Not having a director or news director telling you what, just do it exactly what I want to do. It's awesome.
It's
awesome.
fun, isn't
It
it?
really is really fun.
It's fun.
And so I have a nice group of people following me, and I'm kind of learning. I'm struggling. Bill's heard all this, but I'm kind of struggling with the slow growth, but I also understand these are dedicated people.
Yeah.
People who subscribe, they're like super fans.
Yeah.
They really are. And the community that we've sort of created is kind of cool. Like I've learned a lot.
You get to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
When you want to do it. When do you do the show?
When I get up, like 9, I work for, it takes me about an hour to put together, and then I broadcast for like 20. I don't do live, 20 minutes. And it's just a weather forecast with kind of cool California history and stuff. But it's fun because it's fine. It's like this light group of people, which is sort of nice.
That's cool.
Because you and I come from a world where, like, I literally was sandwiched between Dennis Richmond and Mark Ibanez. So
is that one of the stories?
No, that's not one of the stories. It's awesome.
That'd have been an amazing story.
That's really fast.
That would have been an amazing story.
That was really fast. No, but I show up and they're already crushing the ratings. All I got to do is just not, shit the bed. And for 38 years, I don't think I shit the bed. And so I had a group now to it's all you. It's all you. These people tolerating your ass or not, right? Because you standing with KMBR. I mean, you guys were special, but we were special too. But it just was now. It's more. It's pure. It's pure, man.
Yeah.
Like the people that they're talking to right now. Those guys, you guys are awesome. Because that's pure. Those guys would give you the shirt off their back.
Yeah.
If they're gonna subscribe.
Yeah.
So I kind of enjoyed that part of it.
That's cool.
Because before it was just people. Just a lot of people.
By the way, if anybody wants to comment, biggest pet peeves, we can do some of that, and maybe we will have the same pet peeve. I get the feeling with you. I am going to play Dr. Melfi here for a second.
No, uncle.
No, I get the feeling like you. I don't know if you felt like you never measured up because you were really good.
No, I never measured up.
You were really good at what you did.
I was good.
Like everybody really liked you, and you were really good. Liberty loved you on the radio. You're really funny. You are still very funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if you see that. Maybe you need some self-affirmation.
No.
Do you need to sit in front of a mirror and go, you know what? I'm really good.
You
People like
this.
me,
You've
and
heard
I'm
this
solid.
Story before. You're a professional.
Although
athlete. Some of my best friends
drunk
are
off a half a beer
athletes.
already. So what am I talking about?
You're
not even going to remember this conversation.
I was
in like
not a
3
great
hours.
I was not a great athlete. They're laughing
because I said you're not going to remember.
I was not
this.
a great.
You didn't even remember it 10 seconds ago.
I was not a great athlete, and so I'm always humbled by guys who were great athletes. Who were great athlete, and so athletically I always try to measure up. Always have. That's why I'm overly fit. I'm just like because I'm always kind of
overly fit.
I'm overly fit. Yeah, it's like, dude, it's like
I wish I was overly fit.
Well,
is there anything wrong with being overly fit?
Well, it's exhausting. No, I like it too, but it's also I'm always trying to make that. I've always had this bar because when I was a kid growing up, I was raised by coaches. I have a supreme reverence for athletes, not just professional athletes, all athletes, because I know what it takes to put them on. And so when I think I can get better. Remember we were doing the high jump thing a while back.
Yep,
I can get the world record. I didn't get it, but I can get it. I got close, but it's just this sort of like it's a measurable, quantifiable thing, and that entices me. Me. So in terms of TV, I know I was good.
You're really good.
I really did, but in radio it was fun, but the athletic stuff, anything physical to me, is worthy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
So we got to go back to the pet peeve.
Oh.
You didn't have another one.
I did.
You said you have a bunch of them. But
You just circled. Well, could you
I
change?
know. I kind of that's kind of I do that. I digress. I'm just here and it's all everything the show's like. Think about this.
Pet
Think
peeve.
about this for a second.
Okay.
Think about.
I have one.
Think about where the show started, and think about where it's at now. That's kind of me in a nutshell. It's just
Yeah, I know.
you start here in their veins, and they just keep branching off, and then you end up like if you start in Kansas, you end up in Ethiopia, and you're not sure how the
Yeah,
fuck
that's
you
kind
got
of
there.
fun, huh? That's kind of fun.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes you end up in the ocean, and it fucking sucks.
Pet peeve.
Pet
I
peeve.
don't like it. Like you were talking about people who didn't strap them on. I think I did this once with Ralph.
Oh,
Remember?
you did.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
That was so sad. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I fucked that. I screwed that up because I was like, I didn't realize that, but I really have a dislike and distaste, or it's something I just don't like guys who didn't strap them on talking about guys who do, and being mean, because it takes. I don't care who the athlete is. I don't care if they're an 8th grader.
Yeah.
It takes courage to be an athlete, and you're either going to win or you're going to lose or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And my pet peeves are people who just criticize and talk about athletics, or parents who didn't play, telling the coaches what they think their kids should have. That kind of thing bothers me a little bit, because being an athlete, it requires some balls. It really, female, male, whatever, trans, it doesn't matter. It requires some balls.
Yeah. Did you have a pet peeve when it came to weathermen or weather people?
Yeah.
Like what they did,
Yeah.
how they did it, what was
yeah,
it?
like you do with radio, I'm sure. Like
Yeah.
I disliked,
What was your pet
and I
peeve?
still dislike, in a lot of weather people, they're not meteorologists, many of them. Some are when really.
You mean
good.
when the ones with the big boobs aren't?
So
I mean, I guess they could be.
they could, yeah, you
I
don't
mean, you
know.
could
That's
be
a
in there.
stereotype.
No, but there are. Like there are some women that are hot, like smoking hot.
You have beer in your mustache right
Yeah?
now. It's freaking me out.
Okay.
Well,
Like
just
smoking
go
hot.
like that. Go like that.
And I'm not saying you can't be smoking hot and be a meteorologist.
No,
That's possible.
but not
But
likely.
I'm just,
Not likely.
again,
No, but when people get up and talk,
and by the way,
are we still on right now?
By the
'Cause
way, seriously,
is my wife still listening?
seriously, if you want me to pay attention to the weather, don't have a big rack, okay? It's not helping.
No, and that, yeah,
It's not helping me. I'm not paying attention to the weather.
I just like
That's
it when,
sexist, yes. But that was me 2 seconds ago. I've learned, okay? So I've evolved since then, and I wouldn't tell that joke again.
the thing that.
But I did back
Was that
then.
a joke?
Yeah, that was a joke. But
Was
I
it-
have learned.
Was it good?
It's in the past, but I don't want to
Okay.
talk about it.
Okay.
It's in the past. I don't want to talk about it. Please continue on.
I think, like in your job too, when you talk about sports, you make things really personable, and you're an athlete, world-class athlete, but you also can talk to the regular guy. In my job, a lot of us, people who have degrees in meteorology, know a lot. It's an engineering degree.
Yeah.
So you should be smart, I think. But people pretend like they're smart, and they try to talk over your head. And that drives me nuts when people don't just go, it's going to be sunny tomorrow. Yeah, I don't need to hear about, I don't need to hear about the thermodynamic, equations and, Newton's laws. And I think that bothers me when information is, and the internet's helped us, but when information in the old days before the internet was just like, oh, I know it, you don't, and you never will.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk to you like this. And you
Trying to prove how
Whether-
smart you are.
What's that?
Prove how smart you are. Like I know more.
Yeah. Because and the truth is, since the ones who know the least are the ones who do that the most, and that bothers me. Yeah, a lot actually. And that's part of why I'm doing the YouTube channel, because I kind of go the thing in the YouTube channel that I started. The premise was, I'm going to show you how to do this, so it's no mystery. So you can look at your iPhone app, or but you don't have to listen to whoever this other person is talking down to you. You can pull it up on your phone, and go, oh, that's what that is, because it's all there. So yeah, that's a pet peeve.
I'm trying to think what other pet peeves I have.
You had one, and remember you interrupted me with it.
Again, that's the show.
Is
You
it?
reckon, yeah. Shit just goes away sometimes. It just like poof. It just goes away. Oh, I got one.
Oh,
I got one.
Jesus.
And this is one that I haven't had to deal with in quite some time, but I dealt with when I'm taking the kids to school.
Oh. Well, the kids aren't in school anymore.
No. Well,
It's a while back.
I said that.
Well, I don't know. I just thinking when I think of pet
You
peeves, I
don't
think,
know
today at the grocery store.
What's a driving pet peeve?
Okay.
When you drop your kids off and it says drop off and pick up only.
Yeah.
And then they drop their kid off, but instead of dropping them off, they get out and take their kid and walk them to class and then come back while the car is still parked there.
It's a thing?
Yeah, it used to be. I was like, what are you doing?
Oh, and you just sit.
Yeah, you're just like waiting, trying to drop your kid off, and it's like backed up because somebody is parked.
And they'd walk
taking
their kid to the
class, and they come back out.
So the kid's going to get mugged
I'm
on
like,
his way
what
to
do you-
school? Like
Yeah,
on
he's
his
gonna
way
get-
from the
he's gonna
car
get
to the
jumped.
classroom?
He's gonna get jumped on his way to the classroom. Oh my gosh! But that was one.
Yeah, that's a
That
good one.
was
That's a
one
good one.
that I had way back when. But God, I'm trying to think. I should have come up with more.
I should have too.
Well, no, I didn't tell you.
I'm wasted right now.
I just know you're not wasted.
No, I'm wasted, dude.
You're not. You're not.
Dude, I am
wasted.
Bill. Am I wasted?
Somewhat.
He
His
knows.
son said,
He knows
someone.
his dad. It's like 2.5 beers,
God, that
dude.
didn't take you long.
No, that's what's the move.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh?
I know. No, because I had a small lunch.
Yeah.
I worked out before I came.
What'd you do working out? What'd you do?
Oh,
Give me the workout. Give me
okay.
the workout.
Well, it's because I hate people talk about their workouts. That's a pet peeve. I hate that. I hate that. I got
I
guys on
hate
TV.
people that
Oh,
say I don't
today
want
we
to talk
did
about my
legs.
workout because I hate people asking about my workout. Because usually what I find is people that don't want to talk about their workout, they're embarrassed. They're like, yeah, I only did this.
No, I did too
I
much.
stretched
I
like
did too
4
much.
times. I
too
did
much.
this. I went,
No, I know. No, I did too much.
oh.
It's weird.
And
Like
I
I
did
just do a lot.
Pilates, and I did this. And
Well, I still have my eyes on
I
that
stretched.
high jump thing because as I get older, the bar's coming down.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. What'd you do today?
So I've been doing I did a lot. So I did. You guys are chuckling. This isn't good at all. The fuck? The fuck? Is he making? Is he saying funny shit? Because
He was like, I don't give a shit what you do today.
What'd you do?
Okay, so
Did you go
what
farmer?
did I do? I did. No, I'm not gonna tell you. That's
Come
crazy
on. What do you
talk.
mean?
No,
No, you're not gonna
it's
tell me.
weird.
Why?
It's weird.
Why?
No.
Did you bench?
No.
Did you go out there and do some push-ups?
No. Yes. I don't know. No, it's just weird.
What'd you do?
I did a
Now
lot.
you're,
I worked
you're
out
making
extra
it. You're making it weirder than it needs to be.
Okay. So today was I did weights and then push-ups.
Oh,
Then I did
wow, okay.
plyometrics and then I
Okay.
did a full yoga session.
That's
I know
a
it just seemed
workout.
like obsessive. to
That's a
me.
pretty good workout.
This-
What'd you do? Lifting? What'd you do? Bench or curls or?
Okay, now it's getting weird.
Get some tries.
I did everything.
Get some tries. Look, that's why you look like that.
Yes.
That's why Bill looks.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, it is. It is.
'Cause
And
you
I'm
work out.
overcompensating because I didn't play professional basketball.
No, I get it.
All right. Yeah, it's
I
true.
get it.
And I think
So
about that.
after you work
I
out,
think about that all the time because like a guy like you don't give a shit. And that's a great spot to be. Guys like us, mortals, we're like, you got to keep trying. Got to keep trying because we're all trying to achieve some status that, some level of that.
after you're done working out and you got that good pump, do you hit the mirror up?
I have.
Kinda-
I have.
yeah,
I do
yeah,
have-
you have, haven't you?
Yeah. Especially when the light hits you.
have,
When the
haven't you?
light hits you
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
you're just like, oh yeah, I
You're
don't
like, oh, I got
I
that
don't look
little- I got that
110.
crease right here.
I don't look
I'm I'm
110.
looking good, yeah. Oh,
Are people
nice.
still watching this
Like-
shit?
Yeah.
No shit.
See, the more you get drunk, the better we are.
This isn't
We're all
good.
good.
Well, this whole thing right
I
here,
know.
I knew it. You're just like, oh my
I
god.
love the fact that you hit the mirror.
Um,
You gotta admire the work. I mean, you put the work in.
you know who I loved? Yeah, you know who I loved? Wayne Walker. Remember Wayne Walker?
I do.
I loved Wayne Walker. Did
I
you
do.
like him? Oh,
Like, really loved him?
well, did you know him?
No,
Oh, I love Wayne Walker.
I'm looking for stories.
Oh, Dan Fouts. I work with Dan Fouts.
I love Dan.
I
Fouts.
love Dan
My favorite
Fouts.
quarterback growing up.
Was he? Did you
Yep.
know him?
Yep. I only through doing the radio show
Hmm.
and then getting to interview him.
I love Dan.
But I loved him. Quarterback for the Chargers.
I hung out at his house. I hung out in Bend. We hung out.
Did you really?
Yeah, he's
you know,
awesome.
You know where we went to school, right?
Well, I work Oregon.
Yep.
Yeah. No, he's awesome. And his boys
No,
played.
it's not. He doesn't live in Bend.
He lives in Sisters.
Sisters.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Nick Tinglehoff, bro.
Look at you. You're on
Don't
fire.
try to stump
You're
my
on fire
shit.
today.
Don't try to stump my shit.
Good Lord.
No.
You're just like bam, bam,
I know, it's kind
bam. You must be working out mentally too.
I do. I
The
love
mental
you, Tom.
acuity is
I love
very
you.
nice.
I love you, man.
I'm like-
I love you. What?
It's getting-
What?
I mean, look,
It's not funny.
now it's getting a little weird.
I'm just
now.
telling him how I feel.
It's getting a little weird now.
Yeah. Okay. Love you.
Yeah. No, I mean I love
I
you
love
too,
you.
but yeah, I feel like
Yeah, it's upsetting.
I'm gonna turn Mike Myers over to you. I think the bunny loves you too.
You and I are funny.
Funny's over there chilling.
We have a funny relationship, you and I.
Funny how? Funny like a clown.
Well, not funny, haha, but think about when we started.
Yep.
All those years ago. And Ralph was always
Long time
busting my
ago.
nuts.
And it was supposed to be just weather.
Yeah. And
Bring
then
Bill on for the weather. Friday night,
And then-
let's do the weather.
and I do weather. And then I told him Bill this the other night, I
And it
used to
turned
come up
into-
with things because I knew
yeah.
you'd bite. And fucking Barbieri was getting more and more pissed over there. And
No, but Ralph liked it.
Ralph liked it.
He liked it.
Ralph.
He thought it was fun.
That was fun. We had fun back then.
No, because it was good radio.
I thought it was.
Good radio.
I thought it was.
And
But
had
we
some
would
fun.
go
We had
on
some-
for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We would. And it was kind of rando stuff. And I knew nothing about sports.
Well, our program director sometimes would come in there and go, 20 minutes on fucking Bill Martin?
Egg notes,
What are you
right?
kidding
Egg
me?
notes? He hated
Yeah,
me. He
I
fucking
knew
hated
it.
me.
I was like, that was good radio, though.
I
He
thought it
goes,
was
just get the
I thought it
fucking weather and get out.
I
Just
think
get
there's
the
something
weather and
entertaining
get
about
out.
a guy who knows nothing about sports. I love sports, involved in them, but don't know anything about current sports. And to last 20 minutes on the powerhouse blowtorch KMBR sports talk, I was like, it was awesome.
You do know who's in the NBA Finals, don't you? You said you
Yeah,
studied.
I did know that. It's
Who?
NBA Finals.
Yep.
I said
in it?
that.
Who's in it?
Yeah, Pacers.
Yep.
Fuck yeah! Don't stop. Don't know. Okay,
Pacers.
okay.
Yes. Way to go.
Because last night
Now,
I was watching
hold
and I was
on.
like, I got to remember this
Hold
because it'll
on.
come up.
Now the bonus round.
The domes.
The bonus round. Who's in the Stanley Cup Finals?
Oh, there's no fucking way. There's no way. It's funny because I saw something today on my feed and I'm like, I don't give a shit. But I knew the basketball thing would be big because, well, you played. And yeah, no, that's good.
Let me see if I can give you a clue.
They used to call me Bill in the game.
last night was
A great game last night.
I watched
Went
it
to
last
overtime.
night.
Did you? What? You didn't watch the game. You can't name the teams a day later.
I did name the teams.
I just asked you to name the Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh,
teams,
Stanley
and I
Cup, they're
don't
about the
know.
basketball stuff.
Well, that was 2 nights ago.
I did whatever.
Well, you are hammered, aren't you?
I watched it. Yeah, I
Jesus.
told you.
Good Lord.
I told
I
you.
shouldn't have given you more beer. Holy cow.
Jesus.
So it's the Edmonton Oilers
I don't care. No one gives a fuck about hockey.
and Florida
I mean,
Panthers.
I
Can you name the most famous player? I'll give you a layup here. Most famous player that's ever played for the Edmonton Oilers.
Gordie Howe.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, stop. Oh, Malvin.
Who?
Nothing.
What? Are you just like making up names?
Bobby Hall.
Nope.
Fuck, I'm just making up names.
Who's the most famous hockey player? Like Gordie Howe is one of the most.
That was pretty good.
He's
oh,
called.
Gretzky.
Yes. Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he played for the Oilers.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
cool.
He seems pretty cool.
Yeah, he seems really
Yeah,
cool.
it
You know him?
No.
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 How's that nicotine patch treating you?
I don't feel it. But
Oh,
I
you feel it,
look,
dude.
look, I chew tobacco. I'm not proud of it.
You still?
Yeah.
Skull?
Yeah.
Bandits?
No.
Just rock cut.
Yeah.
Long cut?
Just did you just make up a word?
No,
Just
long cut.
rucka? You
Well,
go just
rucka-
rucka. What is rucka?
Okay, long cut.
Yeah, I'm raw dogging it. Okay, it's like it's just straight. It's like actually like just put it in there and go to work. So I don't feel it anymore. This is like basically what this is
Don't
is
do
to
that.
me it's something a 4-year-old would chew. Like you just gave me a 4-year-old fucking chew.
I'm sorry.
Like if I, you know what?
it's from
if-
fucking Denmark.
If
my
I were
friend.
in Denmark, if I were in fucking Copenhagen or Brussels or somewhere in that fucking part of the world, and there was a 4-year-old, I was like, you want a lollipop or you want this fucking chew, this skull? You'll like this. This is great. Don't worry about it. You're gonna be good.
Okay, first of all, 4-year-olds don't chew. They don't do that.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
I would
no.
imagine some of them do.
I used to chew. I used to chew
I gave my kids bandits.
Bandits Ross because it's kind of
Yeah,
like
you're
training
4
wheels.
years old. Yeah, you're like,
Training
here,
wheels.
here, let's learn how to ride a
I
bike.
triple down though. I go 3 bandits sometimes just to get the chunk, like you look like you had something in your lip.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta have the big.
You know, you've
Yeah,
done
I tell
that
the
too.
kid-
I know, you just
I tell
chunk it
the
up.
I tell the kids, let's learn how to ride a bike this week and learn how to chew.
Yeah,
Is that good parenting? I think it is.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it
good
is, or
on.
at least get used to it.
Mhm.
First time I ever chewed was with Larry Greer.
And then you show the kids how to do this. You'll never be prouder as a parent.
Just somehow to hurt each other.
Yep, exactly. You'll never be prouder as a parent than if your second grader knows how to pack his own chew. And pop, pop,
Oh,
pop.
really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because they'll be like, because then you have, those are the kids that have the rolled up sleeves, right?
Yeah.
You know, the fucking skull. By the way, I don't have it with me. And again, I'm not advocating for chew. Chew sucks. It's awful. I've done it. And
Did you ever do
that's
Red
kind of
Man?
my vice. I haven't done the big leaf, but I thought of this. Tell me what you think of this. Be honest.
Oh God,
Okay, be
God
honest.
knows I'll be honest.
So
I have no filter right
you
now.
see the white spot I have here?
You mean
it's
the
hard
hole in your head?
Yes, it's hard to miss. So for those people that don't see it,
No, everyone sees it, dude.
okay,
Oh,
it's like a moon. So I had skin taken off.
I remember last
had
time I was here.
I had skin cancer there, which they thought was a cyst. So it continued to grow. So they did the whole skin thing, took it from under here. Doctor told me, he goes, "Oh, don't worry, it'll tan up in a year."
It's not tanning up.
No, it's been 4
I
years.
saw
It's been
you
like
with
6
my first
years.
podcast
It's
with
not
you.
tanning up. It's like a baby's ass. Are you kidding me? This thing's never going to tan up. So I thought.
But you look like 20 years younger on that little patch.
I do.
Like, there's no
I do.
wrinkles in
like
that
if you
shit.
looked at me like really
No, you're like, if
close,
I just
you're
myopic,
like, oh shit, this guy looks like he's 24. And then you look to the rest of my face, you're
You know
like,
what's
oh, it looks like
funny?
he's 90.
I noticed it first
It
thing,
looks like
and
the
I
fucking-
almost
it
said
It
something.
looks like
I go,
the
no.
fucking moon. What are you kidding me? Look at all look at all the holes. But no,
Yeah,
it's
that's a
perfect
big.
circle. I thought about taking
Oh.
I put the skull can up to it and just having that as like a sponsor, like put it right there, and they just say skull long cut on the bottom. Would that be sweet? Do you think that'd be no? It wouldn't be sweet. Okay, yeah, probably not.
It's a dumb
Probably
idea.
not. Yeah, well,
At one point, you were gonna do.
you got to throw dumb ideas out though.
No,
until
I know.
to
I
get the
know.
good one. But that's a great advertising spot right there.
I kind of want to touch it.
It's a great.
I want to touch
You
it.
can touch it.
Okay, yeah. Because it looks like a Band-Aid, dude. Oh, that's a nice job. That's smooth shit. I think it's just your thing now. Like, I feel
That's
like
smooth shit.
the Post Malone
But if
thing.
you go
I
on-
feel like you kind of are just gonna. That's gonna be your thing. Like, just like people are gonna start putting white blotches on their face. You know,
Yeah,
sewing
highly doubtful.
butt skin to their
I'm-
cheek.
Highly doubtful.
Butt cheek.
People are gonna go, oh, that's nice.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you a secret right now.
Give me
Are
the
we
baby-
still on, guys?
Give me the give me
Okay,
the
so
give me the baby's ass.
I was gonna no. I'm gonna tell
Give
you
me the
something.
baby's
I'm gonna
ass.
tell you
You
something.
know what I would have liked though? You know what would have been better? If they'd have given me like a Latino baby ass, because then it would have
Oh, don't act like you're all tan, bro.
no, but it would have been tanner. It would have
But then it would be reverse of that. Then it'd just be dark. And
I
then
got
you'd be
like an
white.
albino's baby's ass. It's like just straight white.
Interesting.
Like it's like whiter than white. It's like Chris Mullen white. That's how white it is.
Okay, so
Like,
you know
this
what's
is white
funny?
as
I'm
hell.
flashing on this right now because this
I
is
know you're
two and a
bald.
half
You're
buzzing.
gone.
And I've got the freaking Denmark chew going. But
Denmark chew.
I used to in the old days
Denmark
on the old
chew.
days in Cambiar, I would because it was kind of weird because I was always busting nut for extra time because you figured it out. So I just because they did have me on just to do weather. And it's like, it's gonna be mostly sunny, partly sunny, and some clouds tomorrow. And then I'm done. I'm like, no, this is a blowtorch, man. I want to freaking get some time. So I'd play to you. And I can remember my sitting there in the backyard, usually on Fridays, because I had Fridays off. And I remember just going live with you guys on the air, going, fuck, I hope Tommy picks this up, man. Like I'd say stuff that was just weird, and you were the king. You would I would say, and I'm probably doing this right now. I'll say stupid stuff, and you'll just roll it, just turn it into some shit that's cool. And I was just sitting there thinking, that's awesome. Like we could be brothers in some weird way because I literally remember just going, you bailed me out.
I feel like that was a scene from Step
Did
Brothers.
you know you were
Are we
bailing me out?
brothers?
You knew you were bailing me out.
What?
You knew you were bailing me out, didn't you? Because
Yeah.
I literally had
No.
no, I had nowhere to go with half the shit I
You
said.
know what? I'll be
And you would
honest.
just go boom, and I'd be like, yeah, that's funny, huh?
I think that was my greatest strength
Yes,
is listening.
yes,
Just listening.
And
then play off-
fabricating-
and then play off of it.
yes.
And then make it a story. Make it something funny if you can.
Am I the only guy that knew this? Because I
don't know.
built a half my career doing that with you, knowing that.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
You didn't need us.
Yes, I would just feed you. I was telling Bill yesterday. I'd just feed Tom stuff, and he'd roll off, and literally people, oh, you're so funny. I go, I ain't funny. I just thought of something 2 days before, and I knew Tommy would be funny. It's fascinating.
No, you're funny.
Hmm.
No, you are. Yeah.
No, not funny.
When's the last time you wore shoes?
It's interesting.
Because you always have flip flops on,
interesting. You
and I
said
love it, but it's a little chilly. It's
that. Well,
like
it's interesting.
I could not.
First
I'd
of all,
be too
my
cold
feet,
to wear.
I like to be.
And
cold.
by the way,
nice.
Olakais, I just
Danny
got
Mac,
them.
Ernie.
I just
Olakai.
got these. I was like, oh, these are nice. I want to get some Olakais and
Oh, okay. Here's what we'll do. Let's get some free shit.
I'm all about free
Can we
shit.
do it? Okay, so which camera? Danny McInerney, who's watching right now. I know you are. He runs the Olakai thing. Tommy wears a size
15.
15.
15.
Okay.
And I'm into more shoes than
say
flips.
stuff. Say something. Like, oh, Olakai's my favorite. You know what I mean?
Oh, if I were to talk about it, I'd say Olakai is the most comfortable flip-flop I've ever worn.
Nice.
These shoes I've had for a day, and I put them on, and they felt like I've worn them for 5 months. So they're already kind of broken in, and I love the colors. And not only do I have these, I have the Olakai black and white. They're kind of mesh shoes.
Do you really?
Yeah, they're more water
I don't like
shoes.
the mesh ones that much.
I like the mesh ones.
You do?
You know why? Because they're
Feet
wide.
sweat. Oh.
They're wide, and they fit perfectly. And I got a black pair and a white pair. I got the white pair first, and I was like, you know what? It's 2023. You got to be more woke than that. So I got a black pair too.
Yeah.
So I just felt like, okay, that was even. So I took care of that, and they're both really comfortable. So I just got these. Like if I didn't like Olakai, would I just receive these in the mail today?
This is beautiful. Are you looking in the right camera?
Of course.
Okay. No, seriously. Okay, so there will be a box at your door within a week. Honestly, guys.
Perfect.
Dan's awesome.
Perfect.
He's a friend of mine.
Shoes, 15.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hmm.
Then you can sponsor the show. We'll be good to go. Maybe you want to sponsor.
Yeah, so that's
the show.
funny. I used to do that. You kind of knew I was
Bill's
doing
weed.
that. And you were
Be a good
good at
sponsor.
picking up dead shit and making it work.
I tried.
Yeah, you're really good at it.
Sometimes it worked. Sometimes
It worked
didn't.
all the time. With me, it worked. We rare. I can remember literally, and I worked in television, so I never got nervous, but I would get nervous going, I hope he picks this up because I got nowhere to go. And I would literally sweat a little bit on the phone because I just remember going, hey, radio's different and needs to keep moving.
Yep.
And you would keep it moving. It was awesome.
I tried to keep it moving.
It was
Look at
awesome.
that
You did a good
bunny
job.
going. Petty story.
1978, Chico State, Acker Gym.
Yep.
It's a story I don't tell very much because it doesn't make me sound like an academic. But I went to Chico State kind of on a track / kind of scholarship. They gave me a job.
Can I just stop you right there
Yeah.
for a second? / job. There is no one walking. It was not well, I guess if you're a vegetable, you would be walking. But if you're like a functioning human being, nobody thinks if you tell them I went to Chico that you're an academic.
Well,
So
that's
go
why I
ahead.
don't tell that story.
So go ahead.
Okay, so then we're
Like if somebody said they went to Chico,
I
was
know,
like,
I
oh,
know,
yeah,
I
the
know,
Harvard
and
of the West. I've never said that.
I'm wasted. That's why you're hearing.
You are
I spent a
wasted.
year at Chico
Give
State.
Bill another
I was
beer.
proud of it.
You should get another
Wildcat. I grew up in Paradise, but anyway, so I did know enough to know. I did transfer to Berkeley, and
Okay.
I got in. I'll tell you that
No,
story
that's
someday
an
too.
academic.
That is academics, but the story there is kind of non-academic. But Chico State, 1978. I'm on the track team. Somebody goes, "Hey, this guy named Tom Petty's playing at the Acker Gym." Shit, you know, man. Now think about it. This is before Damn the
Really?
Torpedoes. This is before that the first album, and they couldn't sell it out. They canceled it.
They canceled it?
They canceled
Oh.
it. But that night they go, okay, he's here anyway. Tom Petty's in Chico. What's he gonna do? So he plays a concert. There's 30 of us in the audience.
No way.
Awesome. And I had no idea who
To
this
see
guy
Tom
was.
Petty.
Tom Petty, when he was a little kid, it was awesome. It was ridiculously awesome. It's like, I've told you that story.
Yeah,
That's
it's awesome.
incredible. That's an incredible story.
Yeah, it's really, and I
Wow.
I wish I could really just lay it how awesome it was. And he went at it. He was awesome.
That's so cool.
He was awesome. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
So Cal,
Yeah,
academia.
okay, I'll tell you this story.
So why'd you
Bill's heard
transfer?
this story too. I was not an academic, but I was really, remember I told you my dad was super into academics. So I
Yeah.
go, well, how am I going to crush this mother? I'm going to go best university I could find. So I came down here, worked at Charlie Brown, told you about that, waited tables, first male waiter in the chain of Charlie Brown restaurants, all waitresses. It's awesome life, dude. Awesome life. After work is right. It's awesome. All wait. Yes.
Target rich environment.
Pie eater.
Yeah.
And
I could just see Bill going around after every shift. Need a ride home?
yeah,
Do you
dude,
need a ride home?
30
You need a
30
ride
waitresses,
home?
and
I'm good.
they were known for their kind of hot waitresses.
Really? Holy shit.
Yeah, you went around. Well, used to hang out in our bar. It was Billy Martin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was down. It
Oh,
was right by
wow.
the racetrack. Billy Martin, Dan Pastorini, Kenny Stabler.
Billy
They-
Martin used to go to the racetrack? Hard
Yeah.
to believe.
Yeah, exactly. And he's always causing trouble. But I told you I was
Yeah,
a
that's
bouncer.
Billy.
Remember, I told you I was a bouncer there. Mr. Strong to the front desk,
You're what?
a bouncer. Like I was a waiter, but when something would go bad,
scare away.
no, I know, well, it's weird.
We're gonna call our bouncer. If I saw you walking up, I'd be like, "Fucking, just give me another drink."
Oh my god, are you ruining the story right now?
No, my bad.
So I'm
sorry.
literally a waiter.
That's
I'm
my
the first
bad.
waiter ever, and they go, "Okay, well, listen, when shit goes bad in the bar, because Billy Martin and those guys that come in, they cause grief."
Yeah.
And so the hostess, we had cute hostesses, all girls. They would go, Mr. Strong to the front desk. Now I have window section 4, Golden Gate Bridge view, and I'd hear Mr. Strong. That was my cue that there was trouble in the bar.
Okay.
I was stupid enough and young enough that I thought I was kind of big. I was big. I was probably $190. And I would go in there and I would
way bigger than Billy Martin.
And I didn't ever bounce Bill.
You didn't bounce Billy Martin?
No,
Oh,
no.
story.
No. That would have been a great.
Fight,
that would have been an awesome story. No, but I was a bouncer, so they go Mr. Strong to the front desk, and I would go and I would roust dudes out the door. But where was I going with that story?
You're just saying you were a bouncer.
I was a bouncer.
Yeah,
but I was the bouncer at Charlie Brown's for like 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
I
got into Cal.
Academia.
I got into Cal. Well, this all plays into the same thing. So, I couldn't. I applied for. No, I was a bouncer at Charlie Brown's, but I went down there in the summer, and that's when I got the job. And school started, and I hadn't gotten accepted yet to Berkeley, University of California, Berkeley, which apparently nobody can get into. I literally walked into the administration office. It's a true story. I'm going to cry when I tell it. And I walked this woman. I go, listen, today's classes have started. And I haven't gotten my notice that I've been accepted or not accepted. And this woman walked back to the, I can't remember her name. She was mean, but she goes, well, what you doing? I go, well, I'm working at Charlie Brown's. I got to go to school. And she goes, we go to Hayward State or somewhere like that. And I go, God, I don't know, man, because I live right here. And I was working. I worked my way through college. I paid for college. And she just goes, 1 minute. She walked over to this stack of things. She goes, you're in. I just changed your life. Shit you not.
No way.
So I got into Cal. That story, you've heard that story a million times. Wow. It's a beautiful story. Wow. I gotta cry. Because it changed my life, right? All of a sudden you're from Chico State, you're picking up rocks on the freaking football field. That was my job. And all of a sudden I literally just took she was just like, this kid's got balls. He shows up, he's working, he's living on somebody's floor. I'm going to change his life. And I give her credit for that. That's amazing. It's awesome. Yeah. Really, I wish the world was like that more.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, so you knew white privilege before the rest of us did.
It's funny you said that. Yeah. I actually did.
Did.
Bill and I talked about that. We talked about that just 2 days ago. Because I was like, my whole life has been, if you're white and you're tall and you're not ugly, if you're over 6 foot.
I got 2 out of the 3.
Huh?
I got 2.
Yeah, I got 2 out of 3. Yeah.
I got 2 out of 3.
You get away. You do get it.
I think Meatloaf said 2 out of 3 is not bad, right?
Yeah,
I think you did.
Yeah,
so
you should have played that on your goddamn playlist. I would have crushed that.
Whatever.
I would have crushed it.
That's relative.
It's a beautiful story.
I don't think I have Meatloaf
okay, that was
on my playlist.
So like pet peeves. I just said let's do beautiful stories. Do you have a beautiful story?
Beautiful story.
Ah,
beautiful.
Intriguing. Are people still paying attention to this shit? Really?
Because they're fucking drunk too.
That's why. It's Friday. It's Friday night.
That's why they're paying attention to this shit. They're fucking sitting.
My wife like, still guarantee Pam's just going, "Oh Jesus God."
I don't know. I don't have a beautiful story.
You
like
do.
that.
You
no.
do.
Well,
you do. I can think of one for you already.
You can?
Not really, but I'll bet you got one. I bet when you got behind the microphone and radio, you were like, "I'm good at this." That's a beautiful story. Like somebody had to hire you.
That's not a beautiful story. What's beautiful about me going, yeah, I sat down and I go, I'm the fucking man. Like, that's not beautiful. That's
but you were good at it. That's kind of, well, okay. Somebody had to let you into radio.
Yeah. Dave McGahee did radio and TV for the Warriors.
Okay.
Had me go on KMBR with Papa and Ralph Barbieri. Because he told Bob Agnew, our program director, I think
you'd never been on before.
No, he goes, I think Tom would be good on radio. I think it'd be good doing TV, good doing this. So I did that. I did the draft special, and then I got a job at KMBR working with Ralph. They put me on with some other people, and then put me on with Ralph, and then 15 years later, we're together 15 years.
Beautiful story.
No, not really.
You must have.
It's not all that beautiful. Yours is better. Because somebody changed somebody's life.
Well, I
didn't change anybody's life.
Again,
holy shit, Michael Myers got an ant on his face.
It goes back to that thing I was saying. Like,
are you a scary movie fan?
I still don't understand what that is. Like I watched you the other day, I was like, I don't know.
No. You do. You know what this is. Have you ever seen Halloween?
No, I hate scary movies. I really do. I kind of go, okay, that's Jason,
But
is that like Halloween or some or
God damn it, Bill. Fucking Jason.
This is my last visit, right?
Are you fucking serious?
I don't know. I don't like Bill. Do I like?
I should make
movies?
you put this on.
No, I'm not putting it on. This is like the.
Maybe this will jog your memory.
Are you gonna do like some weird? Yeah. And
no. I'm sickened that you don't know that's Michael Myers. Everybody knows that's Michael Myers. Jason.
Bill didn't.
Fucking
Bill
Jason.
didn't know
What-
shit.
Scary movies.
Yeah, but this is 70s.
Yeah.
Bill's.
I'm
It's
scared.
okay. It's okay that Bill Jr. doesn't know what this is.
Scary movies.
This
I
was
never,
like
I never
30
liked
years
them.
before he was born.
I
You
never liked
should
them.
know who this is. This was like the scariest movie going at the time. This is like kind of the benchmark for, I don't want to say all scary movies, but this is one of them. This was like one of
But
the
what if
first
I'm not a
ones.
scary movie guy? What if I'm right?
But still, people know Michael Myers.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know. Sorry.
God,
It's insulting, isn't it? That's
not
insult.
insult-
That's
I'm not
It's
insulting, I'm
you. I'm in your
disappointed.
house.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah. No, I know.
You know, it's even worse when your dad tells you, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, there's worse.
Like, I'm
There's worse.
disappointed in you.
I kind of can tell you
So you
are.
don't know
You're
that.
disappointed right now.
Well, everybody knows
Okay, but-
that. Everybody knows that's Michael Myers.
And what movie was he in?
Jesus Christ.
Nightmare for on Elm Street.
I'm gonna punch you. I'm
What
gonna fucking punch you.
No,
Like, it's serious, I'm gonna punch you.
I see that. Maybe
That's Freddy Krueger. You know, with the knives as a
That
hands
is?
and shit. No,
No.
God
Okay, here's the thing. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't.
I'm tired.
I'm sorry. I don't know scary freaking movies, dude. I
No more music.
No more music?
No more music.
What was the music?
We're already gonna have to chop it
Oh god. We gotta
oh, do
chop
you have
the
to take out
music out.
this?
I don't know, because you can't
Copyright shit.
you can't get monetized and shit.
So
was
like
fun,
the,
though.
Technically, we can get sued also.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
well, there we go. I don't want to. I'd rather not get sued as we're just as we're just starting this
well, you're so
endeavor.
angry about that. It's
It'd be
like,
What's
it'd be like me
insulting?
going- it'd
Like,
be
what are
like
you,
you showing your
Nightmare on Elm
surface map
Street?
going, oh, you don't
How
recognize
do
where
you
the cold
know,
front
How do
is.
you know the movie Nightmare on Elm Street and don't know that Freddy Krueger?
Well, I just made that
was-
up. I just heard. I literally.
No. What do you mean you just made it up?
Well, I mean, I knew the name of the movie because it was a movie that showed up, and I was like, oh, I'll never see that shit. You know what I mean? Like, and same with.
And this never happened. Like Michael Myers never
Was,
showed up,
uh,
and you're like, I never seen that. Don't do it again.
was what's her name in it? I'm not gonna. I can't go there. You're just gonna bust my
Halloween?
nuts.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was in
yeah,
Halloween.
she's pretty cute.
Yeah, she was in.
You know the guy that's gonna get you a bunch of shoes? He dated her.
No way.
Shit, you know, man.
Wow, and talk about tying a bow on something.
I know.
Are you kidding
No,
me?
he dated her. Yeah. You probably want to have his ass on now because he's freaking awesome.
Wow,
I know.
that's
I know.
impressive.
I know. I thought so too. And they
No,
dated her
it
when he was in
is.
high school, or no,
Really?
right after high school.
Really,
Yeah, she's so awesome.
I would not meet her,
No, I don't.
but I know
that
who
either.
she is. Unlike most people, like you don't have to see their work to know what it is. Everybody knows this. Everybody of your age should know that.
Okay, do we need to throw down right now? Because you're getting all pissy about this fact I don't know scary
I will
movies.
take your
and shit.
head and run it right through that fence over there.
Yeah, I swear to God, I think you might.
Yes.
That would
The
be
only
sick
reason I
ass
wouldn't
pop.
is that I want the bunny to get out, and the bunny would get out because your head's just about the size the bunny could fit
Oh
through.
my God.
So the bunny would be good
Okay,
to go.
all right. Well, that's now I know. I won't make that mistake again.
Michael Myers. Now,
Hmm.
Michael Myers.
I got a sick buzz going right
You
now.
do
bro.
got a
This
sick
is
buzz going on
sick,
right now.
See, that's the thing I told you about. This is boom, boom. Imagine boom, boom, boom.
Well,
Yeah,
I do boom, boom, boom all the time.
I do too.
No,
I do too.
doing any
I do
vacations
too.
coming up?
Huh?
Any vacations?
I just got back, did a bunch of time fishing up in Fall River and Sun Valley and McCall, Idaho. I'm kind of confused. I took 2 weeks off.
You like
Longest
Brad
I-
Pitt up there? River runs through it.
I'm kind of look like him when I'm fishing.
You
dude.
do. You
Like
look
you
a
know that
lot-
scene where he dives in after the fish.
There's sometimes that the sun hits you just right. I'm like, is that
Yeah.
Brad Pitt? Oh, it's
If the
fucking
line's all freaking fly
Let's
fishing just
go.
looks cool, you know. But
dope. It
yeah,
does
no,
look cool. No, fly fishing's incredible.
I had a good vacation, but I did struggle with. I've never had 2 weeks off my whole life except my honeymoon. So it was kind of like, you know, Caligula. I was kind of
Yep.
like, I'm just drinking, exercising, drinking, eating. I just was like, and at the end of 14 days, I'm like, oh my God, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
Really, like it's Fridays
Yeah.
it's a long time.
I think Caligula is probably more than that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good
There's
analogy.
probably like an anal component.
He didn't
of it,
seem,
but I'm pretty sure
that movie.
I'm
That
not-
movie was horrible.
Yeah.
That movie was horrible.
Caligula was like,
That's horrible.
yeah. I'm going to with a buddy of mine. We're going to Germany in August.
Are you?
I'm going over
A
there.
little early for Oktoberfest.
Yeah, we're gonna miss Oktoberfest, but I'm
Yeah,
glad
right.
you know. I'm glad you know the calendar.
I'm wasted,
That's
but I
nice.
still know the calendar, my friend.
I'm glad you know the
Oh,
calendar.
What the fuck?
That's well done.
You guys, seriously? Let's support me a little. I am the guest. Jesus.
Although Oktoberfest is mostly in September.
Yeah, I knew that.
3 weeks September, I think 1 week in October.
What are you gonna do?
Just bounce around.
Who you go with?
My buddy, who I've known since high school,
Who? What?
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah, I know you're a big fan. You're a big fan.
So you guys just gonna go for a week, 2 weeks?
10 days.
Holy
Maybe
shit.
catch a soccer game. I want to go to Berlin. 'Cause I want to see all the history,
Really?
the wall, and all the monuments. And I think they have something there. And maybe I don't know if we're going to go across to Poland, because I think they have something. I don't know what it is. Again, I don't know if it's a wall. It's obviously bigger than a plaque, but it has something to do with the Jews and concentration camps and stuff like that. And I was like, I just want to see that because I can't imagine how
Wow.
powerful that is.
Yeah.
So I want to go to Berlin because there's so much history in Berlin. And then, just kind of bounce around. Maybe hit Munich. Maybe hit a couple other towns while we're over there. But
Is this out of character for you? Like, I'm just saying,
a
it seems
little
like
bit.
it seems like you're branching out. Like,
a
doing
little bit. I want to like. I watch a lot of history stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of documentaries, and I find Germany's in the middle of a lot of it.
I bet.
So I was kind of thinking of going to England, and I was like, you know what, I want to go to Germany. I just want to, and you can go like, boom, right? You're in you're in Austria.
Yeah.
Boom, you're in Switzerland. Boom, you're in France. Like, boom, you're in Belgium. Like, you go like 3 hours and you can be in like a bunch of different countries, which is so foreign over here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you go a couple hours, you might clip a couple states, but you're not going to a different country.
Have you been to Europe before?
Lori and I were in Italy and France when I was playing basketball, and got to see a little bit of France. Got to go to the Louvre, see the Arc de Triomphe, and the most impressive thing in the Louvre was a winged victory. I thought that was really, really cool.
What victory?
Winged victory. It's like a statue.
Oh wow!
It's like really cool. Yeah. So that was cool. And then in Italy, we went to this really small town that had like a Leaning Tower of Pisa type deal.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but it was a tower that like leaned. I can't
What was
remember
the
name of
town?
it. I can't
Verona?
even remember the name. But it was a real small town, and we had a small group of people that got to go to this restaurant. They served us like an 8-course, 9-course meal or whatever, like this Italian family. Really, really cool. Like that was awesome. So, but as far as like, I've never been to like Germany, and everything that kind of surrounds it. I mean, there's a bunch of them, right? There's like Poland. There is, I don't know if Latvia, I don't know if the Estonia, Lithuania, I don't know if the Baltic states surround it, but I mean, you just got so much stuff. So I'm not sure. You know what we said? We said, let's get our flights.
Okay, wait, are you
And let's get
Steve?
where we're staying and then just go.
Are you and Steve always in touch? Like,
Yeah.
way back?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say I have a best friend.
I thought I was your
But I
best
have,
friend.
like,
That's
4
what I was getting at. I'm kind of like, I
Well, you're
didn't get
kinda
the
like
call
the
on
beer.
the,
You're
I
my
didn't get the
second
call
best
on the
friend.
trip, bro.
No, you're my second best friend.
Okay,
Kind of like the beer.
thanks. That's cool. No, it's
So we've known each other since junior year in high school.
really.
Yeah, so it's been 40,
That's kinda
40
cool.
years. Yeah.
There's nothing better than hanging out. I have some old high school buddies, and there's nothing better than hanging out with them because they just, you know what they do? They do shit with me where like they remember shit I did that I can't
Yeah.
remember. Like, I don't remember anything really.
Yeah.
You know, just I just kind of keep going, and my friends like, oh, remember when you did that? When you did that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it's priceless. Like, you guys have old high school buddies and shit. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's probably a few guys like, again, I'm not saying this is my best friends, but But the guys that I keep in contact with more than others, Steve, my buddy Craig Bergman,
Yeah.
Steve Kerr,
yeah,
obviously college and all that, and my brother, but that's about it. I got a bunch of really good friends like that. We talk and we go golfing in Tahoe every.
Do you call people
summer.
on the phone and talk to them and shit?
No, they're annoying.
I do too. I'm not really bad. Like I get a lot of shit from my friends. Like, because as you get older, you guys are all young probably, but when you get older and you're a guy, you're supposed to have friends. Yeah. And I have a bunch of friends, but I'm not really good at like I kind of text them and I'm always
texting's good.
But then some of them were like, dude, you got to call. Like a lot of them call, like because it's probably better to talk.
No, I call too. I call. Like Craig, I saw today. We played golf.
Oh,
played golf today. Talked to Steve last night.
Because I called you the other day. I didn't get one.
Excuse me, what?
I called and I didn't.
No, you didn't. You didn't call me.
No, I texted you. You didn't text back.
And you use a lot of emojis too.
I do, dude. You know, and you're so happy. I mean, the shit I got from you. On the radio one time, I go, you know, the best thing ever is emojis. And Tommy's like, you're such a pussy on the radio. And I'm like,
I didn't say that on the radio.
You
think I said pussy on the radio?
Not the word pussy, but you were dancing all around it.
That's what I like to do.
And now, like 10 years later, you're like, because I use emojis because I sound like a dick when I write anything because I can't write. So if I go, oh yeah, that's fine, and then people would take it the wrong way. So I always put like hearts and asparaguses and like
what is the asparagus?
I don't know. What is that thinking of? Eggplant. I just
bro, you went eggplant emoji?
No, but I use emojis to express myself.
Charlie Brown's
because people go, he can't be a dick because I do the big yellow smiley face. That's what I do, and I told you that, and then you told me a year or two ago. You go, oh yeah, I'm doing that too.
No, I use the emojis. I use heart, obviously.
Red heart or purple heart?
Red.
I do red too. I don't like the purple.
Thumbs up, just like cool. We're
black,
good.
Black thumb, white thumb.
Do I look black to you?
No, I'm just saying. I don't know.
No, hold on. Let's take a step back. Why would I use a black thumb?
I don't know because it's a thumbs up. I don't see color.
What am I, bad Gardner?
I don't see color.
Like, why am I using a black thumb?
I just see a thumbs up. I don't see.
No, but you just asked me, did you use a black thumb? I'm not black. Do I look black to you?
No, but do you see?
Look, I'm about as white as they come. Why would I use a black? Yeah, exactly. And I'm even whiter right here. Why would I use a black thumb?
I don't know. I just think it's changing it up a little bit.
But I'm not black.
But you don't have to be black.
Should I use a black face?
You're not a big yellow. You're not a big yellow ball.
When I smile,
you're not a big yellow ball.
Should I use a smiling black face when I text you? Go like I'm happy, like crying emoji, black face. We know how that worked out for Ted Danson. Not good.
Does that happen?
So I don't. Yes. Oh. Don't you remember that? No. Went to a party, did blackface.
Oh yeah,
like, he was married to Whoopi Goldberg at the time, and he goes, "Oh, the Whoopi done told me to do it." I was like, I don't think that's gonna work. So obviously, like that is again 40 years ago. You're good now. Again, you're not good. But no, why would I use anything? I'm white. I just use the yellow guy. Okay,
but you're not.
I don't even go back to use the white. I don't.
You're closer to yellow than.
No. Look, I'm not a member of the fucking KKK either, so I'm not making sure I get white in there. Like, let me make sure
exactly.
I get
That's
white.
kind of my point. It's like I'm
just like yellow. Yellow is fine for me.
Look at that thumbs up. That's kind of dark. That's kind of brown. That's a little brown. Nice little tan going right now. Early tan. A little brown.
Whatever.
Well, I'm just saying.
What do you want to get the exact skin tone?
You're the one who's turned this around. And
no, you're the one.
You're the one.
Because you go, what do you use a black thumbs up?
Because I have used a black thumbs up because my tan is more than the side of your face.
Why are you doing the shaka? Why are you doing that?
I do the shaka.
Like why? I don't know why I would. Like I don't even go to my way to use.
Here's what I think.
I use yellow. That's what I use because it's easy. Let me get back to my fucking story, okay? It's not even a story. It's just an anecdote. It's not even that. Heart, thumbs up, laughing face, like laughy, like I'll laugh. If somebody says something that's funny, I'll laugh. That's it.
Yeah.
Those are 3 emojis I use. I don't go scrolling.
But can we? I will occasionally scroll. I will occasionally scroll looking for new ways to express myself with an emoji.
Like eggplant? You know what eggplant is, right?
I know it's not good.
Yeah,
I think it's sexual.
I'd probably stay away from that one.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
but I know the kids. When my kids were kids, I like, what's that? And they'd tell me, and they'd laugh and shit. Yeah,
it was probably pretty funny.
Yeah, I guess so. Dude.
And don't use kiwi either.
What's that?
I don't know. Could be something though. It was a possibility. No, but those are like the 3 emojis I use. Other than that, and then like a little celebratory, like birthday cake or something like that.
Oh, you like when the little pops and things?
Yeah.
I like that too.
And
Sometimes
then if it's
it does
Christmas,
it for me.
okay, on Christmas I'll use the Christmas tree, something like that. Like if it's holiday related, I might use something.
Okay, but you realize when I told you that I used emojis a few years back.
I did.
You mocked
I did.
me
No,
hard.
I did mock you.
Yeah,
I did
on the
mock you.
radio.
And that was my bad.
Okay.
I apologize.
Because that's where
I'm
this
going to
is.
apologize to you right here.
Okay.
I'll apologize.
For what?
For mocking you.
About?
And making fun of you about the emojis.
Okay.
I'm not going to apologize for mocking you about everything. I mean, there's certain things you still need to be mocked about. But that I will apologize for. I think we're going to wrap this thing up.
Dude, how long we been going here?
245.
That's a long
2:45.
time. That's all Rogan-y, huh?
That's like, not only is it a long time, it's like no commercials. We had like 1 5-minute beer break.
I know. Listen, let me just say something.
Yeah, because you're easy to talk to.
To your viewers, it's awesome if you guys are hanging out. I mean, seriously, I'm having super ass fun time because I love talking to you. Always have.
I love
Always
talking
have.
to
It's
you.
weird. It's weird because I didn't really get along with a lot of radio guys. I did a lot of radio in the day, but I always kind of remember going, I kind of like talking to Tom. And I remember thinking,
Because they looked at you as a weather guy.
yeah,
Just give us the weather and get out of here.
you were good about it, but you also picked up.
I saw more in you, Bill.
You did.
I saw more in
You did. You brought me
did.
along for the ride, which was
did.
awesome. It's awesome. And it was fun to be in TV. And then because all the sports guys that I worked with were so jealous that you would talk to me. Because I mean, I'm not jealous, but everybody wanted to be on KBR at the time. And told me Tolbert. And so all of a sudden I'm coming on. I don't know if it's a domed stadium. I don't know if it's hockey. I don't know what the frick it is. And they're just like, all of them were just like, what the fuck? Drove everybody nuts. It was awesome.
Were they so jealous they tried to punch you during one of the telecasts or something?
No.
Give me one story. God damn it.
No.
You can't give me one story. God, it's so weak. I can't get one story
I got
out
so
of
many
you.
stories. I will tell you stories, but I can't.
I'm going to have you
just because it's not cool.
I'm going to have you search your mental Rolodex tonight and try to find a story.
Oh no, I
don't want you to.
I could literally. I'm not going to do it. See, I'm wasted right
no,
now.
I know, but I don't want you to give someone up. I just wanted you
No,
to
because
find,
you would know. Everybody would
you
know.
To find
I know.
A story.
I have so many TV people are bizarre. They just are. They just are. They're different. They're different animals. Radio guys, you guys are scrappy and you can survive and you guys get shit done.
Okay, let me ask you
TV
this.
guys are. We look good. And I don't look nervous. And oh, by the way, I'm going to talk for 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Not hard to do that. Radio, what you guys do every day, I'm just like, oh, or what you're doing now. I'm just like, that is freaking amazing. TV guys, we were fabricated. You know what I mean? You could make us. It was easy to put makeup on us, which I've never worn makeup. Just I've told you that. But we were a product.
I thought the rouge was a little heavy for you. Got to be honest.
I like the rouge.
Yeah, the rouge. Is
I have a look. Can you see it now?
Okay, let me ask you this then, because I told you I don't want names, but you're not going to give stories.
Oh,
anyway.
don't. You're not going. You know
No.
I won't.
Have you ever walked in anybody on them doing it?
Oh, like in a television station?
Yeah, in a station. Okay. Have you ever seen anybody like?
I'm not giving anything up.
No.
'cause I'm not-
Have you
okay.
have you ever like seen anybody like, oh man, that guy's or girl, person,
Mhm.
doing lines, getting ready for a telecast? Okay. There we go. 2 for 2.
I didn't say anything.
I know exactly. You didn't say anything.
Well, I should say
Perfect. No, that's okay.
no. I don't know what they
No.
were doing.
No,
I don't
good.
know.
No,
Maybe it was something
no,
different.
That's okay. You're good. That was perfect. Brother, thank you so much.
That's awesome. Love you, brother.
Love you, man.
It's so
You're
fun
the
to
best.
see you, man.
You are the best.
Yeah.
You're
Thanks
the
for
best.
you guys. Thanks for hanging in. Oh my God. And Bill, thanks for hanging out. Bill's like, what's it going to be like 20 minutes ago? 30, 35. He's been here for 2.5 hours. He's a young
Yeah,
man.
here
He's
for
got a
2.5
whole life
hours.
ahead of him.
I was gonna say we fed him, but we didn't feed him. But he drank.
I got fed
Not enough.
knowledge.
He didn't drink
Knowledge. I
enough.
don't know how much knowledge you got. Like I wouldn't take this knowledge. Don't take his Michael Myers knowledge, okay? Fucking Michael Myers.
That's so sad. I know.
That's gonna be,
I'm
you know what? I'm gonna be thinking about that tonight when I'm going to bed. I'm gonna go.
Do you know
"Fucking
what's
good, I know
weird?
Michael Myers.
It's the whole time I'm sitting over here going, I'm kind of crushing it. Because I kind of got 2 of the 4.
Then you did.
Yeah, I did a couple of
Dude,
those.
You can't lose.
And I kind of
You
kept,
got
I
Mick
kind of kept,
Tingelhoff.
I kept hitting the beat. Yeah.
You didn't
And then
lose.
it got to that. And I kind of,
No, you didn't.
yeah. That's your mascot.
No, No, you couldn't have lost.
Okay.
When you got Mick Tinglehop at that point, it was a win regardless. And then you crush it the whole way.
Okay, so you, me, and Lori and Pam are going out.
Are we?
I talked to Lori. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I told Lori. I go. She
So what
goes,
are we doing?
Tommy says we're going out, and I
We're
go
gonna
because I
Charlie
asked you
Brown's?
out. And I go, no, we're gonna have beers. She doesn't
Okay.
drink, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
But I told her, I go, your Tommy's kind of like one of the when you're feeding a deer. You ever feed a deer? And
Yeah.
kind of like you kind of whoa, and you get all you're like that. Like if I go, hey, we're gonna go, you go, oh, you kind of get like that little skittish little deer.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm like that skittish little
Okay.
deer. I'm like, I don't really want to. I don't. Oh, and then you do. You eat. Skittish little deer. 6'10".
Keep the hand flat.
Yeah, they'll bite their damn fingers.
Keep the hand flat.
Mm.
Let them take it right off the palm there.
Yeah.
And you're good to go. So if you want to feed me, keep the hand flat. Or I'll smack the shit out of you. Thank
It's
you,
fun,
Bill.
brother.
I appreciate it, brother.
It's always good.
Thanks, man.
It's always good. Look here, he's not that big.